And welcome, Portal Masters. This is SCL Matt. We're back for another live stream here with Skylanders Trap Team. And as promised, I have a special guest. You can see him down below me, down there, Pirate Dad.
How's it going, everyone?
Glad to have you here. I think a lot of people know you by name, see you in the chat rooms here, see you on various Discord servers and such like that, but I think this is probably the first time a lot of them are seeing you on screen, because I don't think you do a lot of live streaming. Or do you have a YouTube channel or anything?
I don't have a YouTube channel. Every once in a blue moon, you'll be able to find me in a voice call on Discord, but it's pretty rare.
Fair enough. Well, thank you so much for being here, because I think this is going to be fun.
Me too. Yeah, I'm excited.
All right. Well, we'll let our crowd kind of trickle in here as they do at the beginning. You'll quickly learn there's like you probably know this from the chat side of things even. There's like a 15-20 second delay between what they see and what we're doing and comments and all that good stuff. So
yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, we'll just kind of go along and see what happens here. Mr. Boo, Wire Universe, Bastion, thank you all for joining us today. A file on my, I think about this one. Otherwise, it's gonna throw things off. But yeah, this file that has like no content on it. So when was the last time you are you replaying any games right now?
Time to shine.
At the moment, I just recently started replaying Superchargers again.
Okay.
I know it was my personal favorite game back in the day, and I just recently got it for Wii U. So, wanted to play as the. Okay.
Is this the first time you're gonna be able to play with the Nintendo characters, or you always play on a?
Yeah, I a long time ago played Superchargers Racing, and I played as Bowser on there, but was the only experience I had until very recently.
Not quite the same.
You ready to
Yeah.
go find out if he's telling
Reese
the truth?
Airship, welcome to the party.
Hello.
If you have any questions for our special guest today, Pirate Dad, feel free to throw him out there. He's gonna help me keep this chat lively.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we're gonna figure out what's going on in Trap Team here. Monster Marsh apparently is where I'm at.
Monster Marsh. All right. Playing a Spotlight.
Yep. I told you in the last stream, like, Spotlight is amazing. I don't know how I haven't heard more about Spotlight. You just hear about Spotlight because she's rare.
This place is totally
I didn't realize she's actually good.
Locals call it the poisonous swamp of bad
I
decisions.
know her, from what I've heard, her gameplay is hit or miss with a lot of people. I really like her, though.
Bad decision to trust
That's good.
chaos.
That's good.
Be extra careful out there, Skylander. This could be a trap.
Could be a trap.
It is.
Yeah,
See, that's what I was afraid
kind
of.
of looks like that guy.
Those comments are going to pop up right over your face. I'll have to see if I can do anything about that. But yeah, Wire Universe wants to know if Superchargers is any good. I'll let you take that one.
All right, so Superchargers is, it's really, it's an objective question. So I personally would say, yeah, it's the best game in the series, and other people would say it's the worst.
I think it's
I
on the
know
bottom of
that.
my list.
Yeah, I know that there's a lot of people that don't like it very much. Don't like the vehicle mechanics and some other different stuff. But I personally like it for the story. I think the story is one of its strongest points, and I'm all about story when it comes to games. So that's what I think is the best quality about Superchargers. But not to mention, like, there isn't a game that I dislike. So, like, I'd say any game is good, and I would recommend them all. But I definitely recommend Superchargers if you haven't tried it yet.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you there that they're all good, but I mean, it.
Whoa, buddy!
Where do you? How do you feel about Swap Force then?
I really like Swap Force. It's closer to the bottom of my list.
Interesting.
Not really for any particular reason. It just didn't.
But if you really want
I don't know.
to
It didn't stick with me as much as the others.
So it's not a Vicarious Visions thing, then?
Who can take it?
Not for me. No.
Okay. Yeah, I just still stand by it. Like, their games just feel different to me.
I get that. There's a different art style and sort of give off a different vibe compared to the ones developed by Toys for Bob.
Yeah. Bottom half of my Hoot Loop stopped working. Do you guys know of a fix for it? The top half works on all of the bottoms, but the portal just doesn't acknowledge that it's there. Any thoughts on that one? Have you ever had any problems with, or like, I've never had just like half a figure stop working.
I haven't personally. Yeah, from what it sounds like, it's not an issue with the portal, but the figure. I don't really know any good fixes for that. And so your best bet might just to be to get a new one, get a new loop, I guess.
Actually, ooh, you know what? Who was that? Who was that? Airship. Get a hold of me after this stream. From one of the unboxings I did, I had 2 pieces left over, and it was wash loop. So I actually have a bottom of loop, which I think works. Actually, here. Double check that this works. But yeah,
there you go.
I have a wash loop, so I have a bottom half of loop that works. If you get a hold of me, we can work something out. I can send that to you, because it's going to be a while before I find the other half of that. I'm much more likely to find the bottom half of Washbuckler than I am the top half of Hoot Loop. Okay, so wait, that was okay, I have you here live. What element was that?
Sorry, I wasn't.
It was
paying attention.
not I5, the other I1.
Ice cream, dark
Yeah.
element.
Is that dark?
Yes.
That was going to be my guess that they were opposites, but I have a feeling this isn't going to have ice cream, and it's going to have
Nightshade, evolved Nightshade even.
Yeah, most of mine should be evolved from my standard traps. But that's another thing I realized. I never collected all the traps.
See, the traps is like one of the most daunting tasks, I'd say, as far as collecting. You know, there's obviously the big mega rare chase items, but besides that, just the traps themselves, it's such a big amount of figures. There's 66 of them.
Yeah.
And
Waiting for that creepy crawler to go
it's definitely daunting if you're going to try and go for them all.
I think it's one of the most fun and actually one of the most attainable compared to some of the figures.
That is true. Yeah. They're most of them very common.
I mean, with the exception of the yawn traps, like those are going to be pricey, but even those, you know, can be found if you want them, if you have the money for them, if you're willing to pay. But they're not impossible to find. Like, they're out there.
No, yeah, would just take a bit of time to do so. I believe if you jump up on that box, you might be able to get on the ship back there.
I did kind of wonder about that. Like, it's been a long time, man. A long time.
Still remember a couple things.
Like, I'd get there eventually, I think. Especially if I realize, hey, you missed some areas. Well, where could they be? That second run through of a level is always a huge cleanup.
Yes, definitely. Hey, Skylanders Eon. How's it going?
All right, Airship. I'll be looking for that DM. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are with me and enjoyed Toys for Bob. They're the original. They're what we got to know as Skylanders. Like
Yeah,
that's.
I will say they do have a certain charm that I don't think the Vicarious Visions quite do.
Yeah, like they made it their own, and I get that, but it's just not quite the same. And I think charm is a good word for it.
Villains are stronger in this zone.
All right, I pulled out some of my trap masters ahead of time, so hopefully I have like one of every element kind of ready to go, so I don't have to be digging through my box today.
All right then.
I've got the edge.
Although, like, kind of sucks because today I'm just going to use it to open this, and like I said, they're all maxed out.
Right.
Not all of them, but a lot of them, because that's what I used last time. So, and we're just gonna jump back and let Spotlight do your thing.
Time to shine.
Hey Seb, how's it going?
Skylanders of the undead element.
Necessary. Remember, you can charge up Wrecking Ball's dash attack and use it to cross one block gaps. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
That is interesting, especially since I have very little experience with Wrecking Ball.
Me too.
But yeah, I mean, they developed these so like with the anytime you're using the blocks, first of all, like I said, you can't mess up the blocks. With the arrows on the top, they only let you push from certain ways, which is a challenge in and of itself from a programming perspective to design a game in which you can't fail, like you can't get stuck.
Right. Yeah.
I thought that was always fantastic when these games were made for kids, but then you get when you can finally jump now, they had to worry about lining things up just right, but they're going to make it super simple that you can push the blocks around if you want, or if you want to save a little time, just jump over the gap.
Exactly, yeah. Dragon Skull.
I didn't even check what that hat was. If you see a hat with speed, let me know.
Will do.
Like I said, those are the only hats I really care about. You ever get into the hats very much?
I didn't. I personally just thought they didn't look very good when you put them on your Skylander. Just rather have the classic look that they have.
I'm with you
and
there.
I was not caring as much about the stats. But I'm sure if you are getting into speedrunning or even if it's just your thing, like hats could be really useful.
I could see that. That's not gonna work. Do you just work these backwards in your head?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes they seem like they shouldn't work. If you see something, call it out, because I mean, like otherwise I'm gonna look like an idiot, because sometimes the way I play these is just keep pressing buttons until it happens.
I do see. If you go left, up, right.
There we go. I was trying to get there.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant.
Wait. What was that? On the Skylanders support page, it now says official site.
Yeah, so recently the Skylanders official website was taken down by Activision. But recently, so it now redirects to just the Activision website.
Okay.
But there's a new button that they put on just the other day, and not really sure what its purpose is.
What does the button say?
Actually, let me pull it up really quick. Give me one moment.
Sure.
I can't quite remember.
Skylanders of the Earth element are stronger in this zone.
All right, so there's a button that says official site, and clicking on the button just redirects you to the exact same page you're already on.
That's weird.
You can't handle the tooth.
Chump Chest.
Yeah. Wow.
Chump Chest would be a good villain to have on hand for leveling up your Skylanders.
Yeah.
For gold.
I suppose that would make sense. Man, those rush attacks are mean. Skylander's not fast enough for that. Who else we got? Work on some flip wreck.
All right.
Making waves.
I didn't realize just how rare the trio of fan-made Skylanders were.
Yeah, definitely. You wouldn't think that they would be initially.
Yeah, like I thought those were well distributed. I didn't think they were hard to find or, low counts or anything.
Yeah, I didn't have a very hard time finding any of them, but
nowadays, apparently.
yeah, they're going for quite a bit.
For when it was just a $10 figure, it's like, huh.
Bat Spin and Flip Wreck were Wave 4, which, that in and of itself can contribute to that. But
that hurts a little bit, but I don't think they were short packed or anything. So
no, I don't. It's just, less stores are buying less stock, and then there's fewer chances for replenishment waves.
Very true.
The fan-made ones are High Five, Flip Wreck, and Bat Spin. They were created by the community. There was a Frito-Lay promotion that was held where fans could name them, and then later on even there was another Frito-Lay promotion where you could actually get early access to High Five.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff going on. Their relationship with Frito-Lay over the years is crazy.
Yeah, and it's the last thing you'd expect too. You'd expect them to partner with Nintendo to bring in Donkey Kong and Bowser.
Sure.
Wouldn't really expect them to partner with Frito-Lay.
They did from the very beginning. That was partnership that they had early on in first year even.
Yeah.
Welcome, Martin, all the way from England. Love to see that. Laxa Repos, welcome back. Speedrunning community, yeah. Do you pay attention to this much?
I don't personally. There's a couple videos that I've watched on YouTube of some speed runs for Skylanders, but it hasn't really been my thing, so I haven't paid all too much attention to it. But
yeah, I didn't even realize it was a thing until I came back and I started watching some of the videos. I'm like, wow, that's got to take a lot of practice.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you got to have those levels memorized and know all the little tricks. You can't stop and pause and look things up.
Right. I remember way back in the days, I started with Skylanders Giants, and there was the speed run goal on one of the levels that just took so long for me to just get past the that set time limit.
Yeah.
That alone took me months to be able to do, so it's really impressive seeing some of the stuff that that people have been able to achieve.
Oh, forgot the electricity, guys. Okay, fine. Okay, so anybody who's been watching these streams for a while heard me talk a lot about Shroom Boom. I remember bringing him out as well.
He shoots. He spores.
I'm guessing he's going to be another level 1 guy, and he's going to be extra weak in this game because he's not from this game. So this will be fun. But
Right.
can try to see what he's actually about.
Name's Hedwig, by the way. and I heard you wanted to check out the village. I can take you there, but feel free to explore this graveyard beforehand.
Flipwreck is super common in the UK. Interesting.
Ooh.
Mr. Boo, you could well, you'd have to pay shipping. That probably sucks.
That is true.
But otherwise, if you could get some of those over here to the US, they would sell very well. But yeah, I'm sure within the speedrunning community, there are certain characters that you just do use.
I would imagine some faster characters like Flameslinger or Drobot would be popular.
Look at my numbers grow.
Okay, what does his actual thing say? Ring mushrooms that damage enemies. So do you, in theory, you just sit inside that ring? Is that kind of like a shield?
In a way, yeah.
Still fire over it? Okay. That's...
If you've ever played with Zook, he's got a very similar gameplay, or moveset, I should say.
Okay.
So this bridge right here will take you to
Yeah, I haven't played a lot with him.
That windmill is a crane. Crane will take
give
you
it a
down
shot
to
and
the
see how it
swamp,
goes.
and the swamp will take you to the village. Why did we make it so difficult? It's that curse, I tell you.
But yeah, I could see a Ghost Roaster being used for speedrunning. He's got that nice dash in there and stuff. There are a few characters, I bet, that one I've always appreciated just for making quick through levels is Cinder.
Come on, total curse.
She has that little boost too that can boost you like through things.
Yeah, that is true. I haven't played with Cinder all too much. I used to play with her a lot more back in the day. I haven't played with Cinder much recently.
Yeah, she's my wife's absolute favorite character.
I don't blame her. She's a great character.
Yeah. Phantom Cinder, and then she'll go to Flashwing after that.
All right then.
New unboxed flip wreck for £5. That seems cheap. Like, I don't know what
is very
conversion
cheap.
is right now, but that seems
overpay
cheap.
for you, but people here are prone
It never
to
strays
making
too
bad
far
decisions.
from
Got a
one
curse
for
on our
one, so
village, you know. But what if we played
they're
Skystone Smash
generally
first?
comparable.
If you win, you can pass. Let the Skystones
Yeah,
decide.
Mr. Boo, I'm curious. Like, do you know somewhere where you could get like 20 flip wrecks or something like that? I wonder if I could bulk import them or something. Help out the U.S. folks over here that are looking for them.
There you go.
Cuckoo Clocker.
It's been a while since I've played Skystone Smash.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I only kind of remember what all the other versions are. The other one I remember, I don't remember what the name of it is. It's the 3x3 grid with the spikes on the sides of the cards.
Right, so that's just classic Skystones.
Okay, that's the original.
Yes. And then in Imaginators, they sort of copied it over and made a few tweaks to it and called it Creech and Clash.
Spice it up.
Got it. Thanks, Mr. Boo.
Rage Mage.
Nope.
Walrus.
Yeah, Martin, I vaguely remember those pictures of the stealth elf, and
Frankenstein.
I don't have any information offhand. I'm just wondering. I don't remember exactly what the pictures looked like. If they were just slight variations, where it might be.
Mastermind.
something that just got bent over time, or if it's something someone customized potentially. But
Sheep creep.
yeah, I don't really have any explanations.
Chomp chest.
All right, got to start doing some damage here, man.
Cruiser.
There's not a limit to how many rounds you can go, right?
Not that I know of.
Or I can run out of cards. Interesting.
Yes, it I believe we'll go into overtime if both players run out of cards.
Well, I mean, I'll start doing some damage now, but like I was trying to do these and keep all of my health, whereas I could probably make the game end faster if I just attempt to attack the empty slots.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian, it varies globally, and I mean it can even vary within the U.S. I remember that back in, you know, when this is a live game, people on the West Coast had a lot easier times finding things than people on the East Coast, and then there would be different characters where it would be reversed, and I can't really explain that. It could just be people's shopping habits, what people wanted to buy, and so things seemed more or less plentiful.
I wanted to let you buy, but just couldn't let myself make another bad
I don't know.
decision. Let the card say
You got any explanation for that?
Well, I mean, I know a lot of GameStop specifically items. Those started in Texas because that's where their warehouses are.
Very true.
Besides that, not really sure. Perhaps it has to do with Toys for Bob being in California or wherever the figures are shipping from initially to the US.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not really sure.
I mean, a lot of them were coming from Asia, so a lot of things did land on the West Coast first, and so it took the East Coast a little bit longer to actually get the figures. But they usually got them eventually. But there were a few things that felt like it just almost never came to the East Coast, or it took way too long.
Yeah. All
East
right,
Coast
here we
have
are.
more
Ice
dense
cream.
population, maybe.
Maybe. It's hard to say.
That didn't seem to do much damage. Come on. Is it only damage from the initial? That sucked. Who else were we? Oh. Fist bump. Let's go.
Knock knock. Too late.
Yeah, when I first started playing with Fist Bump, didn't really care for him, but he's kind of growing on me.
I feel the same way.
Oh, I forgot about these guys. These guys remind me of something that would be like in Dumbo with the pink elephants.
Yeah, definitely.
Or some weird like Dr. Seuss nightmare or something. Level up already.
Oh, it's so close.
Die first. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Seriously? There we go.
There we go. Nice.
Just sucks that he's far away. Like, I love the level up damaging other enemies. He's too far away. Is there anything? Can we get into that house or no? I don't think so. Okay. Fist bump is underrated, Eon says. I mean, gotta trust Eon, right?
Stronger in this zone.
There you go. Yeah. He's
I was going
not
to
a lot
let
of people talk about him.
it
From
looks
what I've
like he's
seen,
locked in a
just
cage.
sort of fell in
Lord,
the shadows.
luck. Hey, maybe you could break her out.
Ooh, former Mattel employee. That could be interesting.
Ooh,
I always like to
definitely.
know about behind the scenes stuff, so. Hey, Knight Rider, Steven Scott. Yeah, I'm glad you could make the stream today.
How's it going?
I was just talking with them last night, so.
Nice.
This puzzle looks significantly easier, I think. Yep. Oh, it's a two-parter. That's why. All right. See, these puzzles, I think you might actually be able to get stuck with the breakable blocks. At least
possibly.
It feels that way. I don't know if it's actually true or if they actually thought ahead and programmed it that well, but it definitely feels like, because you can change the puzzle, and it's not
exactly.
So nice of you to release
It's
me.
not like
I
the
will repay the favor by escorting you through the swamp.
evil Persephone.
It's quite
What?
poisonous, you know.
Sure is. We tried to dry the place up years ago, but
There actually was an evil Persephone character in Mirror of Mystery.
There was.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
see what
don't
mean?
remember those levels a
You
lot
don't
because
want
most of them I only
any
played
part of
once.
that.
It's
But
like
Marcia here can
play through the
protect you with
content and
her
then forget
magic.
about it. That's a stream I want to do later, just like all of the extra content.
That would be cool.
Oh yeah, this is the bubble part they were talking about. Someone was talking about in the last stream.
Force field to keep
I do
them.
remember that, yes.
Stay close.
Yeah, I could see where this is annoying.
Mhm.
I find the swamp quite beautiful, even with
But it's
the
a new
poison
challenge, right?
dances.
Exactly, yeah.
And I think there was some. I want to say it was one of the PlayStation trophies. Might be to like collect those coins in the swamp.
Oh, all right.
They made.
Are
Some
you playing this on PlayStation?
I am, but I think I'm playing on an account where I already have the trophies, so it's probably not going to pop.
Gotcha.
Just some extra cash.
Thanks for stopping by, Airship.
Definitely.
And, good luck with that job interview.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, look what I unearthed.
Hey, Steve, if Scott has questions, send them over. I mean, that's what we're here for. One at a time, preferably, but. See, Eon knows what I'm talking about. Trophies for 20 coins in this section. Yeah.
There you
Like,
go.
yeah, I'm one of those people who instinctively, I haven't been doing it quite so much on this run necessarily. This is the most annoying part. Are you ready to proceed? Just yes, I'm at the edge of the bubble. Let's go. But I'm not just gonna like try to stay in the bubble. I need to collect all the coins. I need to collect all the things.
There are no such thing as curses.
Normally when I play through these levels, like you'll see me break open every last barrel and crate and pile of bones to collect every little last coin.
It all adds up.
Yep.
Nowhere to hide.
Assuming you're leveled up because you have that fun little rainbow hat too. No, I'm not ready to proceed. Because you put me back in the bubble.
Knock, knock.
Now, if they're going to ask me if I'm ready to proceed again, I'm going to get angry.
Oh, there we go.
No. Stop
And
putting me in the
Nightmare
bubble.
wasn't there long enough to unlock the gate
Wait.
either. Oh, boy.
All right. All right. Come on, Toys for Bob. You're better than that.
And it's gonna ask you every time.
Yep, it's gonna ask me again. Okay, we're gonna take him through the gate.
Nothing stops me.
There we go.
Skylanders
Sorry,
of the
take her. I
dark
was
are
getting my
stronger
mouse
in
girl.
this zone.
Knock knock. Too late.
Nightmare level 20. Yeah. Like I said, a lot of my trap masters are level 20 or very close. All right, what do we got? Oh, pinball. Yes.
Oh, here we go.
I always thought this was kind of clever.
It's pinball and Skylanders.
Yeah. I'm just hitting the flashing stuff. Yep. No. Yes. Yes. Oh, I have to hit it multiple times. Okay, fine. One of the slowest games of pinball you ever play, but it's pinball. This probably work a little better with 2 players too. You don't have to keep running back and forth.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm telling you, man, like if they would allow 2 players remotely,
That would be amazing. Especially for PvP, if they were somehow able to do that.
I mean, that's part of the reason I loved Battlecast so much. Like, it was the first time I could play remotely with people.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why I have a whole series on that. Before, like, that game was active for like less than a year, but I have, I think, over 50 videos of matches with people.
Wow.
Like, I played with people every day. I love that game.
I guess Activision just didn't have much faith in it, or I'm not sure what the reason was for them taking it down.
That's a question I have for someone whenever I get in contact with them. Like,
Yeah,
I want
definitely.
to know what happened with that, because it did not feel like they gave it a chance, because I thought it was doing pretty well. They had the people in place to make it do well. Like, they had hired the right people right off the bat.
Mhm.
It was a good game. I think they could have expanded it more, but never really saw anything from it.
Did you ever collect many of the Battlecast cards, the physical ones?
Yeah. I had the full set of standard cards, and you know, whatever came with silver and gold as far as I could get, but I never completed the silver and gold collections.
Yeah. I remember I tried to like figure out, okay, so if there's this amount of base set, this amount silver, gold, plus the expansion cards, I think it came out to a total of like well over 900 cards.
Sounds about right.
Which
it was a lot, because I mean, that was the surprising thing, that they made like the full set in silver and the full set in gold, and like,
exactly, and it definitely, like with the silver and the gold foil cards, they definitely felt like much harder to find. Like silver was much harder to find than a base card, and gold was much harder than silver.
Mm-hmm. But when those were the only like variants they had to offer, like
for instance,
that's,
I was told that no trees. Okay,
they can make them hard to find too.
Town's just up this way.
Exactly.
I wish you good luck.
It's more titanium.
There's no such thing in this place.
Mr. Boo, that would be very much appreciated. Yeah, send me a link to that stuff. I'd be interested to see what's out there.
I scream.
Played Battlecast until the fire room. Yeah, I don't even remember what order they came in or anything. Like, I should be playing with someone else. But that's a lot of, wow. Okay. fist bump, you're gonna die, but we're gonna see how much experience we can get first.
Too late.
I'm glad to see so many people like fist bump.
Yeah, he's got like a lot of the Trap Team cores had such great character designs.
They did, and it's a shame that like we didn't have more use for them.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I said that before. Between the cores and then the minis were essentially had the same function as cores. Like you didn't have any use for them, like you did the Trap Masters. They just didn't see playtime. There we go. Good battle.
Defeated.
I feel like I could have just sat there and collected experience off those tiny eyeballs all day.
To track this villain.
I'm not
Yeah, that is
going
true.
to scream here, but pick me.
All right, we'll throw him in a trap anyway. Because yeah, that's what hit me when I found my traps. I'm like, there's not very many here. I only have one dark trap.
Oh,
Like I that's all you needed, right? To beat everything. You just had to keep swapping villains out. As long as you had one of every element, it didn't matter.
so they really only existed purely for collectors.
Mm-hmm. Give me food. Thank you. I feel like those electric bars should fade over time. It doesn't feel right that they can just go across the entire stage.
It's not fair.
My attacks don't last that long. Back here. You're annoying. Stop running away. Get hit by me. There. Everybody's running away. It's no fun.
Hey Bumble Blaster, hey Ghost Roaster 64, how's it going? Welcome to the stream.
Thank you for taking over.
Yeah, it's all good. We're playing Skylanders Trap Team, leveling up some characters.
That's why they die constantly. All right. Who else do we want to see? I got my box of Trap Team characters here.
Oh boy, that's the golden question right there.
Who's your favorite from Trap Team? It's like core character.
Core character from Trap Team, well, would probably be Spotlight. So besides her,
Okay, that's not helping.
yeah, besides her, maybe Deja Vu.
Deja Vu. I got her. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Boo. You've been very useful today. Not that you're not useful, but yeah, Bumble Blaster, welcome.
Oh, Deja Vu is about gone.
Wow. I need to pay attention. All right. We'll leave her out. We can try her again later.
All right.
Next up.
Who do we got next?
Oh. Here, this will be fun.
Ooh. Actually, got Breeze for the first time not too long ago.
Yeah? I've been told she's hard to come by.
Especially new in box. There's
Sure.
not too many sealed packs with her that I've come across. Actually, never saw her in stores personally. or the Life Minis.
I'm not sure. I'm thinking this may have been like an Amazon purchase or something. Like, I don't know if I ever saw it in stores either, actually.
But there was like a short time where the Aaron Life Minis, I believe, were pretty readily available on Amazon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I was watching Amazon regularly back in the day, so like if they were up there, I would have gotten them.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm most I'm grateful that I did like right off the bat was Chompy Mage.
Oh yeah,
because they never mentioned that he was not going to be released anywhere else, at least in the US.
The wording was questionable at best, and yeah, it was a very odd situation, and let down a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only way to get him in the US was the Villain 5-pack.
Yeah,
came with Dr. Crankcase, Hoodsickle, as well as trying to think. I believe it came with Wolfgang as well, and maybe Taekwon Crow. I think that sounds right.
That does sound right. I think the biggest thing to turn people off is like they had some of the other characters that were already in that pack, and so they didn't want to buy the whole pack again.
Exactly.
But I mean, you look at it nowadays, it's like it would have been worth it. Like buying that pack was probably cheaper, about the same as buying just Chompy Mage right now.
Oh, definitely. He was he had a short Wave 4 release in Europe. Other than that was the only other place we saw him, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, I think their kind of justification for it was, wow, that was some damage. That, you know, he had the variant figure. And so it's like, oh, you can still get your hands on the character model, but it's not the same. It's not what people want.
Right. Sort of did the same thing with Thrillipede as well. But he was easier to find, like, much later on, but still pretty limited compared to most.
Yeah, that he definitely had another interesting run.
Yeah.
Okay, so that damage is because he's actually leveled up a little bit.
All right, then we're at like 13. Is that right?
15. 15. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember playing. I'm wondering if my wife played it, because I don't remember using him very much. So I couldn't tell you what his attacks are. Oof. Oh, that didn't work. Whoa, what is... Ride 'em Rock Boy. Okay, sure. Okay. That was weird. I'll have to look up his attacks later on.
It's interesting. Rocky Roll's one of the few figures that, I don't know, for some reason he feels hollow. The figure itself, picking it up.
I have always wondered about that one too. Because, like, I don't know what if just to make the round figure it was easier to make it hollow, or why they did that. Because like every other figure, as far as I know, is solid through and through, unless they need to put some sort of electronics through them.
Yeah. The only other one I can think of is Series 2 Heavy Duty Sprocket. She was the same way.
Yeah, the tank was... Get out of there. Double death.
High 5 defeated.
Put a light trap in the hole to trap
here. I was just saying, I don't think I have anything in this trap, so we can put something in there.
This is kind of fun. Whee!
Power Punch Jetpack.
Trapped.
Yeah, that was an interesting character. I always thought that was one of the better looking variants that wasn't advertised as such.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
The final version of the figure wasn't what the digital version looked like.
No, the digital version had more gold, whereas where Power Punch Pet Vac had some black mixed in there as well.
My turn. Out of sight.
See you, Terrapog. Thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate having you here.
Hidden cave. Smuggler's hideout, eh? Sounds like there's gold to be had.
Looking sharp.
Oh, you're gonna have some food actually, so you don't keep making the I'm dying sound. That's the most annoying part.
Definitely.
All right, big puzzle, lots of ways to go. That looks like fire. That looks like fire. We'll head over this way. That's not what I wanted to do. Might be what I have to do though. Or maybe that's not what I wanted to do. That's how I finish. Shoot. Water, water, water.
Alright. I think I see how to get the coins.
Ooh. Is it worth it?
It's a couple extra moves.
Where are we going?
Go to the right and make your way to the top edge. Let's go down. Go up and then either way. Going up to the top edge, you'll be able to get the coins from there.
Got it. Thank you. Well, then this should work, so I can put out flames. Oh, there's my water last. Does that water ever run out?
No, I don't believe so.
Cutting edge.
What's my favorite Trap Team villain? Ooh, that's a good question. That's a very good question.
That's a tough question.
That is a tough question. There's a lot of villains. Who did I like?
A treasure for the taking.
This feels like time I need to cheat again and pull up my website so I can see the full list.
It'd be easy to say Chaos.
I thought about it, like,
because he's so
Chaos
iconic.
is fun. He's overpowered, but
no, a lot of the Doom Raiders were really great. I love Crankcase, Pepperjack, Golden Queen, Wolfgang.
But like they made good choices for Doom Raiders, and like they spent a good amount of time on them, I feel.
Yes, definitely. They made sure to and then actually, yeah, for the senseis though, I don't know if they think they could have done a little bit better job picking and choosing which villains moved on as senseis.
Like Grave Cobbler came out of nowhere. Okay, so I think I spent most of my time, if I had my choice, actually as Chompy Mage. Although I do love being a Chompy, it just kind of sucks that his attacks aren't quite as good. Yeah, Chompy, actually, Bone Chompy was better than Chompy. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know if he's actually better, but I like him better. Told you, I like those undead guys, right?
There you go.
No, Lax Repos didn't really miss much. Martin, man, I'm with you. I love Spider's Adventure. My favorite game. Biggest problem is that it's a lot harder to stream because it's on older consoles only, and they're not built for streaming.
Stronger in this zone.
So it makes everything tougher. But I'll try to. I want to see if I can figure out some way to stream the older games sometime.
Spider's Adventure was released on Windows Mac.
Was it?
So, yes, there was a starter pack for Spider's Adventure on Windows Mac. Okay. So that might be the way to go for that.
Yeah. Was Giants as well, by chance?
No, it was only Spider's Adventure.
That's
Dragon Blast!
Well, that could solve one of my problems at least.
Wind Wing!
Wake up.
What? Who are you? Was I asleep? I dreamed that Cyclopes attacked us.
Yes, Pepperjack is definitely OP.
Are you here to get rid of them? Oh gosh,
but that's exactly why he should have been a figure, because he would have been a lot of fun to play as.
Definitely. They made sure to have one villain per battle class. So there's just one quick shot villain, one bowslinger villain, and so on. And Chompy Mage I don't think really fit as a bazooker. I think Chef Pepperjack would have made a better bazooker in my opinion.
Perfect fit, yes. Next figure focus? Well, do we want to reveal that information?
That's up to you.
I will tell you, it is a magic Skylander.
Or did I dream that?
Ooh.
That actually narrows it down quite a bit now that I think about it.
It's one of 3, I think, right?
Yeah, since we've already done one.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't use Elgato. I use Avermedia stuff, but yeah, it's the same idea. But the problem I have is you can't really use it with PS3 unless I'm missing something because of the anti-piracy stuff they always have turned on, and you can't turn it off on a PS3. So I think that the only way to get around that is to like use component cables, and I don't have a way to then connect the component cables to my setup.
Okay, Skylander, I'll line them up.
No worries, King of Portals. We're still going. We still got like at least 2 hours to go, probably. Still got a nice long stream today.
Been here for an hour already.
It never feels like that long.
Been. No, yeah.
Cuckoo Clocker.
Trap Team feels like Giants. No, Bumble Blaster, that kind of makes sense, because especially if you're comparing it to Swap Force. Because I was talking about that earlier. It's like this game was made by Toys for Bob, just like Giants was, and Vicarious Visions made Swap Force, and those games felt different. They had a different style to them. So it does not at all surprise me that you think they feel similar.
Heart boost.
Yeah, all the Doom Raiders easily could have been figures in Imaginators.
I'm not quite sure how they would make a Dreamcatcher figure.
Hey, I mean,
She's a
it would have been interesting to see what solution they came up with. Like,
I could imagine them doing something similar to Blastermind, where her hair is sort of propping her up.
sure. Yeah, I mean, or even like, you know, something like Enigma, where they just tried to make it kind of clear underneath to make it look like he's floating a little bit. But I mean, it's something. If you guys are familiar with Amiibo, like I mean, we're kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say attacked, but like people weren't happy with it at first, but they just kind of accepted it after a while. Like to make some of their figures more stable, or to make some of them look like they're floating or flying. Like they have just like a clear piece of plastic that holds it up then. And like, yeah, it's kind of annoying. It doesn't look the greatest, but it's something they could have done there as well. But I almost think, yeah, like they could have come up with a creative pose to put her in and make that work.
Hats off to you, Skylander. You played an angle and it worked.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, that could work. How Warnado is in a tornado. Maybe they can do something similar with Dreamcatcher.
That's true. That's true. Not every character has feet on the ground. Actually, I mean, they do that with a lot of air characters, actually. Like, I'm looking here at Thunderbolt. He has a cloud under him. Lightning Rod has a cloud under him.
Free Ranger also as well.
Yeah, that's a very good point. They easily could have done something along those lines. That's probably the route they would have gone.
Most likely.
Got a guess of Voodoo already. In the next figure focus. It is a good guess, that's for sure. Giants felt like Sparrow's Adventure, which makes sure. Yeah, it makes sense. Trap Team and Step Up and Imaginators felt different because of the Crash Engine. Yeah, I mean that all makes sense. I mean, once again, those are all toys for Bob, so they should all feel somewhat similar, but makes sense.
Definitely. And I believe, if I remember correctly, Skylanders Giants was in production for almost as long as Spyro's Adventure was. And so they were sort of being developed side by side almost.
Yeah, like they had plans. They wanted to expand. It wasn't just going to be a one-off, but I think they were still shocked by how well Spyro's Adventure did.
Definitely.
Is Moneybone a racer in Superchargers?
Yes, he is.
Is he? Oh,
Yes.
yeah, because he's on the trophy, so yeah. Complete every challenge in each game and hardness level to 100% before moving to the next game. That's quite the challenge there.
That'll take some time, definitely, but I commend you for it.
Yeah, I mean, I applaud you for even attempting something like that, because that's not going to be easy.
So, how did you initially get into Skylanders? Like, how did you hear about it? What made you want to start getting into it?
Honestly, I was looking for something in video games that I could do something with. Something that I could follow long term. And Skylanders seemed like a fun game. I don't remember where I actually found it. I like honestly, I think it was some kind of Google search or something, just for like new video games or something. I honestly wasn't completely sold on like, oh, it has all these toys I'm gonna have to buy too.
Yeah.
But like I found like I got into it partway through Giants. It was a very late 2012. And let's see. I didn't even like go to the store and buy anything. I found I think I bought my first figures on the portal in the game on Craigslist. Paid probably like 15-20 bucks or something for like a portal and
help us.
And
our dreams are somehow destroying the village. This is really bad luck.
I think it was even like 6 figures or something like that. It was a pretty good deal even back then. So it gave me a taste of the game, and I realized, yeah, this is something I enjoy playing. So I should probably look at this some more. How about you?
So I've mentioned this before, but you know, I'm 20 years old, so I grew up with the series. So I was a kid at the time when I first got into it. It was around the same time it was late 2012. I had heard about Skylanders somehow, whether I saw it online or in an advertisement on television. I don't quite remember, but I do remember that I was like, you know, I'll try it out maybe, and if I don't like it, then it'll be whatever. And I didn't think that I was going to like it very much, and obviously saying that now it sounds a bit ridiculous. But I went up to my mom and I said, hey, I found this thing could be cool, and I ended up getting the starter pack for Christmas. I got the Skylanders Giants Nintendo Wii starter pack on Christmas Eve, and then a handful of figures on Christmas Day to start me out. And it just, you know, I liked the figures, I liked the gameplay, it just stuck with me, and it just kept going from there.
Makes sense. So growing up, I have to know just how, I mean, everybody's going to be different, but like, did you have to buy the figures or earn them somehow, or your parents just buy them for you back then, or how'd that work?
It was kind of a mix of all of those things. Oftentimes my parents would buy something for me, or I'd have to do something to get one. But I remember specifically my grandma, she loved hunting for them just as much as I do.
Sure.
And so every once in a while I would go over to her house and we'd go to all the different stores that were around that area just to see what we could find.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me much at all. Like I can't tell you how many emails over the years I've gotten from grandparents. It's like, my grandson likes these things. I know nothing about them.
Yeah.
Can you help me? And I'm like, well, okay, I can try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still on the same level, aren't I? Good thing I have lots of Skylanders.
Definitely.
See, another small guy that I have no idea what to do with. He's beat up right away.
Wow, there you go. Lax Repose asks, what's your favorite character roster?
Like, for an entire game? Is that what you mean? I mean,
I assume that's what they're referring to, yeah.
That's a solid question. That was a solid hit. Ouch. I mean, Trap Team is real solid. Like, we've been talking about this. Like, so many of the cores are good, even if you haven't gotten to play with them. I like a lot of the Trap Masters.
Not to mention the villains as well going in there.
I mean, if you include the villains, for sure. I mean, otherwise, yeah, I'm probably leaning towards like Imaginators just because of the villains in there.
I would probably say Imaginators. It's definitely I know a lot of the senseis just have such cool designs and some really fun gameplay.
Sure.
So that would probably be my answer, is Imaginators.
This is like a dream.
I totally forgot about those little snakes. Am I running out of Skylanders? I mean, I'm killing a lot of them, but don't worry, I have plenty more to go. I mean, I'm trying to do this with only Trap Team Skylanders right now, just because I know I have so many of them I need to level up.
Exactly. There's a lot that I need to level up as well. There's some that are at level 1 0 gold, and well, yeah, basically that.
Ugh, it's starting to feel like a bad dream.
Such puny XP from these guys, though. Like, I feel I've collected enough for like 3 levels. Come on. It's just been so long since I played. My expectations are unrealistic. Or I'm just leaving so much XP on the field I'm not actually collecting.
So not fair. Oh, come on.
See, like, this is taking a lot longer than it should. Like, I could throw a level 20 Trap Master on here and be done in a heartbeat, but what fun
Definitely.
is that?
Exactly, see? Exactly.
Oh, come on. So not fair.
You're not fair. Sure, now you level up.
Looks like more parts of the village are breaking apart. Gee, I sure hope you don't fall or anything.
Don't worry, I'll probably fall at least once, but I don't really mind because you don't die.
So not fair.
Just because Skylanders is a very forgiving game. It finally lets you fall off the edge, and even then, like, do you lose health? I don't think you even lose health in this game.
In some games you do. I don't think Trap Team is one of them, though.
Yeah, I think I want to say Swap Force you did.
I know for sure Superchargers you did, at least on certain difficulties.
Yeah, I wonder if it. Yeah, that could be another Vicarious Visions difference. Come on, Drobit, don't give up yet.
I'm sorry.
Got this.
Well, maybe I didn't tell you, but I meant
Do you know
to.
that level yet?
Welcome, Joel. Welcome,
Powers.
McGrams.
Favorite top and bottom swapping Skylanders? Thank you for watching all the Figure Focus videos. I'm glad I've been surprised at that too. How many people have been learning things through the Figure Focus videos? That wasn't their initial intent, but hey, I'll keep it up.
Yeah, definitely. Not to mention, if you haven't checked them out, they're still up. You can check them out, and just any other old videos, gameplay unboxings, all contributes towards that 4,000 hours.
It's true. We're getting there. I mean, over the past like I think it was like YouTube's reporting of it is actually like a day or two behind for me, so I never know exactly which day it happened on. I'm trying to keep track of that a little bit more closely, but I think in the past 2 days we've gained like 100 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. So people have been doing their job and keeping that watching going. But we still have a ways to go. So, ow.
I'm sorry. Am I making this too hard for you?
No. Don't get a big head. There we go.
Couldn't you just, like, give up or something? No?
Oh, I need to pay attention while I'm going.
Dream can't cheat.
But yeah, top and bottom favorite swappers. I think Rattle is probably my favorite top.
I mean, probably Stone would be my favorite bottom.
Stone?
Mm-hmm.
You are
That's
so
interesting.
gonna wish you'd never gotten out of bed this morning.
There we go. That's what I like to see. But yeah, like I could definitely go away from Shake. I don't know. Does Rattlestone make any sense? Do they work together?
Rattlestone. I could see that. Yeah, you have the top half for ranged fights, and then bottom half has that spinning move. So if enemies get too close, you could use that.
Or that's true too. I did. I always like Free Ranger. I kind of wonder if just the Ranger piece would work well.
I can't remember if it's tied to the top half or bottom half, but Night Shift I know has those extra lives, which can be really helpful, especially in PvP.
That feels like cheating.
Gotta say, it was definitely frustrating whenever I was playing with someone and they decided to pull out Night Shifts.
Yeah.
No rest for the wicked.
Oh boy. Not paying attention. Ooh, that looks like it could be fun. Okay, I'm gonna have to spend some more time with Batspin too. Got like this whirlwind to draw people in, and then
yeah, it's really unfortunate. A lot of the Wave 4 characters for a lot of the games, in my opinion, tends to have some of the best gameplay, like Batspin, Scratch.
Oh, Scratch is fantastic. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Where is my Scratch? That doesn't sound good. Just tiny character with melee. You have to get in way too close to actually do damage. All right, you know what? I've had enough of this fight.
Cut to the chase.
There we go. Which game is the easiest to collect all the figures for, not including variants of any kind? So strictly the standard figures. I would probably say maybe Superchargers.
You think so?
Yeah, Superchargers or Giants, I think, is the easiest. Almost all of the figures the non-variant figures for each of those is very easy to find.
Yeah. I mean, do you think Giants is any easier than Spyros?
Trap Adventure has volcanic vaults and it has the sidekicks, which okay, yeah, I guess Giants does have the sidekicks too. But,
that's fair.
Well, that's one
but
way.
Skylanders Giants.
Good thing our dreams are pretty weird, though. I don't think she got anything, except maybe the exact location of our science lab, where, well, they might have a lot of information on Traptanium.
Then that's where we're headed next. And hey, maybe that means the end of bad luck for this town.
Cuckoo Clocker or Count Moneybone?
Okay.
I
We're gonna go now.
personally like Count Moneybone more as a character. Obviously, he doesn't have like much as far as gameplay, but
yep,
strictly as a character, I like Count Moneybone much more.
I agree. I think he has more personality. Kind of sucks that we don't get more of him.
Right.
He does play, like, you get to see him more, I believe, in the 3DS games, right?
In strictly Swap Force 3DS, yeah, he that was his first appearance, and then later in Superchargers and in the racing mode as well.
Yeah, I think that's where most people met him. I think that most people didn't even have a clue that he existed.
Right. And then other than that, he also appears in one of the tie-in comic books.
Okay. Okay, so it looks like the lives are tied to the shift part. So yeah.
Thank you, Jess.
So yeah, I think Rattle Shift would be awesome then. I'd take that.
Yeah, definitely. Was there any bonus to the Eons Elite figures over the original ones? So the Eons Elite figures have some boosted stats, and they also start out at level 20 right out of the box.
And not just a little bit boosted, but like if I recall, it's like 3x, isn't it?
That sounds right, yeah.
So, I mean, fairly significantly boosted, but only in the games that they were released alongside and moving up. So, like, Eon's Elite Stealth Elf, while you can use the figure in Spyro's Adventure, she's not going to have the boosted stats back there.
Exactly.
So, yeah, there was supposed to be some advantage, but I mean, that they tried to help that justify the price point, and people didn't go for it.
Yeah, I feel like the price point was somewhat justified because it definitely was meant to be more of a high-end collector's item. You know, they have the fancy case with the lenticular background. They have, in addition to the in-game benefits.
Yep. And that's why I wanted them more so, is for the collector's aspect. It's why it makes me sad so many people just took them out of those boxes and threw the display cases away. I'm like, really?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't even take them out of the cardboard box. I kept them in there.
I mean, even that looked nice. So, yeah, I wouldn't complain about that. Have you seen some people? I've seen them like on eBay and such, have started putting like chase variants in the Eon's Elite cases.
Yes, I have seen that, and I'm not a fan. they look nice in them, but I feel like it would just be better to leave them in their original packaging. I remember seeing there was a gold Fire Kraken, and there was a bronze Bone Bash Roller Brawl, and a Pearl Hex.
Yeah, I saw the Pearl Hex one recently. But I mean, what would you say would change your mind if the packaging was already busted?
In that case, I would say, again, like, it's really up to whatever you want to do. It's your figure. I would personally still keep it. Actually, it really depends on how busted the package is, I suppose. If it's like just a heavy crease on the backing, then I might keep it. But if it's like
what if the backing has separated from the bubble?
In that case, if you didn't want to reglue it, I'd say, yeah, that's a good option to go, is for those collector boxes.
That's where I could see doing it. It is like if I had one where the backing was already off, like I hate re-gluing stuff like that. That just feels cheap.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Like that's where I could see it. Not only it'll protect the figure again, but make it look fun.
Only problem is that name at the bottom being the complete wrong name.
Hey, if you get a good customizer, they can change it.
That's true.
Next figure focus. You'd like to see Chop Chop. Well, I've already revealed that it's going to be a magic character, so it's not going to be Chop Chop. But he'll be coming up eventually. Giant should be easy. Walmart's still selling them online. Is Walmart actually selling them, or is it third party? Like I know there can be third party sellers on Amazon or on Walmart, just like there is on Amazon.
Right. It's just third parties as far as I know who are selling them through Walmart, but it's not actually Walmart specifically that's selling them. Just like how with Amazon has their own things that they're selling on their own site, but also can get from third parties through Amazon.
Absolutely. Favorite figure to find? Searching for Skylanders. You got anything there?
Well, it really depends on, I guess, what version of me you're talking about. If you're talking to 2012 me, then I'd say that, or I guess 2013, Ninjini was one of the figures I was looking forward to most back then. But in general, I would say probably as far as store hunting goes, I found Clear Shortcut in stores. I found him at Toys R Us on the same day that I got Cursed Tiki Temple. So that would probably be the one I was most excited for.
That's a solid day right there.
Definitely.
Yeah, I wish I had found a Clear Shortcut. Shortcut is one of my favorite characters, and then to find like he has a variant, I'm like, yes, I need that. Never found it. Never found it.
One of the very few chase variants Trap Team got.
Yeah, I had a Clear Tough Luck.
That's one of the ones that I probably wanted the most out of the Trap Team ones. And she's the one Trap Master that I don't have is Clear Tough Luck.
Okay.
At least yet.
Yeah, my proudest hunting moment was the day I found Rock Candy Pinata. Like
that's incredible.
My local Target, they had just restocked the shelves, so it was like, was that late wave 2?
Rock Candy Pinata, I believe, was like late wave 3 or maybe even early wave 4.
Yeah, like whatever wave it was, they had just stocked it, and so I walked home with like 2 bags full of Skylanders that day. It was so good, and to have the Rock Candy in there with the rest of them was a bonus.
I know we originally discovered him in the Sensei and Creation Crystal combo pack, and then later in the single pack. Which one did you find?
It was just the single pack. Yeah,
the single pack. Gotcha.
Yeah. Full collection of the first 3 games. Superchargers. I mean, the vehicles can be harder to find nowadays, I feel. I think part of it is if like parents are cleaning out collections, they don't realize that they're Skylanders.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you know, when you think of a Skylander, you think, oh, it's like this little character that's on a base. You wouldn't think like that a creation crystal or a vehicle would be connected.
Yeah, I mean that's what they did so well with those vehicles is they really made them look like toys.
Definitely.
And like that's why one of my favorites was Thump Truck, because it was a toy through and through.
Exactly. And that was sort of one of the main goals from the vehicles. They wanted fans to be able to play with their toys outside the game as well as inside the game. That's why, you know, a lot of them have moving parts as well.
Exactly. It was a cool concept for sure, and I appreciate the figures, but just wasn't my favorite game overall. I have played the 3DS games. I think I've played all of them at least once. I don't have any like recorded
Because this
footage,
place
I'm
used to look like a pretty normal observatory.
trying to see if I
but
can figure
now
something out. The problem is
Whatever this
3DS does not have a capture
I
card,
just
and you
hope
can't
she
really hook
wasn't
one up
able
to it,
learn
so
anything from their
it's
weird
tough.
dreams yet.
But I'll see what I can do.
So let's wake up the sleeping scientists, take down that dream catcher, and cross our fingers this isn't all a dream right now, because I hate it when that happens.
The Switch check-in library system for Skylanders. Pirate Dad, do you understand what he's talking about?
I believe he was referring to in Imaginators for the Switch. You can load your characters in, and then you don't have to like have them physically go on the portal. You can just take it on the go.
I forgot about that.
I don't personally have any experience with it, but I've heard that it's not exactly the best system. They could have done a few things a little better.
Yeah.
For instance, they oh, go ahead. Sorry.
It was an okay system. It just kind of took away from the magic of what Skylanders was, right?
Yeah, I agree.
What the? Who are you? Is this still a dream?
Oh. Think there ever be a game produced that uses all the elements of each game? I know that was rumored way back in the day for like, you know, Skylanders 7 or like, what can they do next? I think that was even talked about for Skylanders 6, really.
Well, this isn't my bedroom. No, wait.
People didn't know what was going to come next. And it's like, well, they just combine everything, make a massive game. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I mean,
yeah.
We refer to them as gimmicks for a reason. It'd be weird if they created a game of all the gimmicks.
I personally would rather not see that from a lore perspective. It would sort of go against a lot of what's been set as far as the characters and world building.
Very true. Yeah, the ability to go somewhere and still have your whole collection is nice. I get why they did it, especially with the way that the Switch was kind of advertised as it's gaming on the go, and that's what Nintendo loves to do. But
Skylander,
it just
long time no see, huh?
it wasn't Skylanders. It didn't feel quite the same anymore. So I mean, but that being said, I do think I have stated before, if we get another Skylanders game, I think there is going to be that like completely digital option to it. That whether it's, you know, there's going to be 0 figures to begin with, or if they just give us the digital option of buying the characters in the game. It's such a proven model nowadays that it'd be dumb of them not to even have the option.
I think they sort of did it pretty smart as far as the mobile versions of Trap Team and Superchargers. They had these instant Skylanders, which automatically came with the game. Or if you got the Superchargers digitally, it would include some instant Skylanders for you. But I'd personally like to just see the figures return, and maybe I'm just being biased as a collector, but I feel like that's just what Skylanders is all about, is the figures.
I'm right there with you. And like, I would like to see an either or option. Like, I think they could get a broader audience that way a little bit if they give people the option to play completely digitally if they want to, if that's what they want to do, but allow us collectors to keep collecting.
Yeah,
it's going to be a little more expensive for them to produce the figures, but at the same time, they can like, I can see collectors even buying digital figures yet too, just so they can play easier, but they can keep their collection separate.
Yeah, definitely. I remember back when Trap Team was first announced, Eric Hirschberg and Lou Stutter and a couple of the other people that worked on the game, they held this press conference where they revealed Trap Team, and there's a specific quote from that that Hirschberg said, something along the lines of, with each installment, we've tried to get that wow moment from kids, and you know, each game they tried to do a brand new innovation that hadn't been seen before. You know, Spyro's Adventure was just the Skylanders as a whole. Giants was Light Core. Swap Force was the swappability, and he said that it was disrupting like both toys and video games, like both those markets. And he said that disruptive innovation is what got us here and what will keep us here. It's not the past we've chosen, but we believe it leads to the highest peak. And that sort of that line is sort of stuck with me, and is why I sort of believe that the figures is really what makes Skylanders.
Yeah,
the fact that you can get those wow moments from kids and adults too.
Yeah, like I said, I think there are plenty of adults that were just as fascinated by Skylanders. I mean, myself included.
Yeah, definitely.
We have money now. Might have money for one more upgrade. Or not quite. Wow. Getting pricey.
Oh boy, Skylanders Eon just asked a very interesting question. What's the most you've spent on a single figure?
You again.
On a single figure, I haven't spent that much. I don't think I've ever even spent like $100 on a figure.
I mean, seem to be former ruiner.
Rise and shine.
Back in the day, basically, if I couldn't get the figure naturally, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
So I got most of my stuff retail. A lot of the chase variants I have, either, I mean, like I got from trade shows, or I found them naturally on the shelves. I got them from the Frito-Lay promotions. Some of the Frito-Lay promotions I won multiples of, and I was able to trade then for other chase figures that people had. And so I was very kind of stingy about it, actually. I didn't spend a lot of money. Like I maybe bought, actually no, there was a, I don't have it anymore, but I had a, shoot, what was the combination? Is it bronze and silver Doomstone?
It was a gold and bronze Doomstone.
Okay, I don't. Maybe that was the one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Doomstone. So, whichever combination of colors he was, I had him, but I bought that one. I got it cheap though because the backing had come off. They sent the backing with it, but it was loose, and I'm like, okay,
gotcha. Yeah, I feel like that's sort of the case with most people, is that, you know, if anything beyond retail wasn't really sort of in the question, and it's a bit too expensive.
Yeah.
And, I remember back in the day when I was sort of just starting to get into Skylanders, and I remember I was very proud that I had managed to find everything in stores that I had. And I had quite a few figures, and I was like, I've gotten all of these in store, and that's something to be proud of. And
yeah.
eventually as I got more into hardcore collecting, that wasn't really an option to keep that going.
Exactly, and the point where we're at now too is you just get too far removed from a game where you're not going to be able to find them in stores, and some of those chase variants, like, you're gonna have to pay for them. You can hunt for a better deal, maybe, but like, you're gonna have to pay for something.
When you get
Exactly.
near them. Classic. Anyway,
For if
just
you
follow those
do
platforms to
ever
wake
end up
the
going
scientists
for
and be careful
those
not to fall off of them.
rare chase variants, a lot of the times, if you just wait long enough and look hard enough, you'll be able to find a good deal eventually.
Yeah. So what about you? What's the most you've ever spent on a...
So I remember we actually spoke about this before, but it's a sort of difficult question to answer because I have gotten every item that have new in box, and so if I'm going to be going for certain items like green metallic washbuckler, and I want to get that new in box, then I want to get the whole thing. And so in a way you could say that I purchased that bundle as a whole just for the figure, but of course, I also got the Wii U out of it, and I play that pretty often. But that specifically is what you could say that I paid the most for, and I got it for around $600, which is about double the retail price. But
Yeah.
there's so few left still
In-box,
intact. Yeah.
It makes sense. How about just a single or triple pack figure? What's the most you think you paid for one of those?
For that, probably around 250, 300 maybe.
Okay.
Skylanders of the magic element are stronger in this zone. So that was all just a dream.
But yeah, like you said, for your hunt, when you're trying to get everything new in box, that's going to be a whole different question than just trying to get the figures.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I've considered picking up like a red camo out of box a few times. Like, as much as I want it, like, I think I'd want it in the box.
Well, I actually got a red camo, but when it arrived, the backing had detached.
Yeah.
But it was like a very clean detaching, I guess you could say. And I personally want to keep it new in box, so I'm looking to sell it. So if you're interested, maybe we could work something out.
We'll talk later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's no baddies here. I want to check out some of these. This chat has been going faster than I used to here.
Can't keep up.
Yeah.
Hey, Evangelist. Hey, Ignite. How's it going?
Yeah, that trio though of bronze, silver, gold swappers, I think was ingenious. Like,
in a way, yes, but it also encourages fans to take them out and swap them so the colors match.
Well, I mean, I think
Which
that
can
was
be a good or
always
bad
their
thing.
intention. Like, companies rarely, unless you are specifically a collectible company, like, you make things with the intent that people are going to open them. They don't make things for collectors. So, I mean, like even the Eon's Elite, which they made quote unquote for collectors, the figures, like, have you ever actually opened one up?
I haven't personally, but like I know like what all the contents are and how to put it together.
Yeah, exactly. To put it together. Because, they had like the sticky pads on there that you're supposed to peel the thing off of and stick the figure on and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And like, they intended for you to open it up.
Right.
And so it still wasn't 100% for a collector, new in box, never open this thing. So that's going to happen over time. I think it would have been interesting if they made swapper variants like that weren't chase variants, right?
Mm-hmm. That would be interesting.
Then it's more like collect them all instead of just, well, if you get lucky, you might get one of these or two of these, and then, well, good luck finding the third one. But but if they had a standard release, that would have been fun, I think. And then you could have even expanded it, and like they could have made like a whole like rainbow of variants that were all mismatched.
Oh, definitely. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I think that would have been fun. That should have been like all of their in-game variants that year was just mismatched swappers.
All right. See you, Skylanders, Eon.
Thanks for stopping by. How do you feel about the stickers and cards? I know you're trying to get everything new in box, so you'll always have that stuff. But do you actually care about them?
That's actually one of the reasons why I wanted to get everything new in box, is so that I knew that I would have everything that normally comes with it, the stickers and the cards and the codes.
Okay.
Among a few other reasons why I want it, but I really like them. I think they look really cool. I got a whole binder with all of them in there for the ones that I've opened, and I know there's a couple games that you can get the code directly from the figure when you put it on the portal, but
it's very true.
I think it's sort of genius the way they decided to incorporate the sticker codes and then and for use in Skylanders universe and the mobile games.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is like most people don't even realize what the codes are for because it's all defunct at this point, I believe. Like the codes actually have zero purpose nowadays.
Exactly.
So it's all for old defunct games, and like it was a cool idea, but now people open the packages and they're like, what was this for? Well, it was for this, but it doesn't matter anymore. So
right.
But it all it's become then is a collector's item. And I can't tell you how many of those have probably hit the trash can.
Yeah, a lot of people probably didn't even realize that they were in there.
And especially back in 2011, 2012, like you get a code in something nowadays and you instantly have some idea of what it's probably used for, right?
Exactly.
Like, you go online, you find something, and you'll be able to use. I mean, like Pokemon cards have been doing that for I don't know how long, where you can log in and get free cards online every time you buy a pack of cards. But
exactly,
I don't think that, like, I don't feel that was a standard even 10 years ago. So. Most challenging part of the game. Do nothing. Like, it looks cool visually, I guess, but other than that, it's like, why did that need to be more than one jump?
Right. So forces you to wait.
Ow. Oh, wait.
Outshining the rest.
Actually, we could play Skystones
There's
here.
things going on at the observatory defy scientific explanation, so we locked the door out there and hid in this crate. Been playing Skystones.
Okay, so I've had people ask me about this before.
Well, first of all,
I'm not sure where you're getting this information that it's going to stop working in 10 years.
I will give you the key.
NFC chips are relatively indestructible if treated well, and most of them have like, I mean, I guess the question is, how much are the chips being affected every time you like put it on the portal? Because I've read that like NFC chips have a lifespan of like 100,000 read-write cycles. Now, what defines a read-write cycle in a Skylanders figure? Is it every time you collect a coin? Like, is that like, does that count as a whole cycle every time you collect a coin? Because it saves new information on it. And like, huh.
Can't be that because I have plenty of figures with over 10,000 coins.
That's true. That's true. And so like, then is it just putting the figure on the portal? Does that affect it? I wouldn't necessarily think so. Like in my mind, it's like you maybe every time you reset it, it might, bring that counter down a little bit. But I just don't see these chips expiring anytime soon. And especially if you're not using them. Like
I've heard different things from different people on like what that actually means.
Sure.
The Gulper. Broccoli guy.
But, for the time being, I sort of just choose to just not really focus on it and just play with my figures while I can. Whether it means they'll expire or not, I'll deal with that when the time comes.
By the time they expire, hopefully they'll be creating new ones.
Yes.
Spice it up!
Yeah, I really wish Battlecast took off more too, Joel. I love that game so much.
Cruiser.
Agreed.
Do I collect any other Toys to Life games? I have in the past. I messed around with Disney Infinity for a while. Didn't really care for it. It just wasn't the same. Never really got into Amiibo. They didn't do anything, and I wasn't as attached. Like I got more attached to Skylanders than I did Amiibo.
Mastermind.
So it is what it is. Some of the other newer ones, like the other one I kind of got into was Light Seekers, but not even for the figures. I did it for their card game, actually. That's what I got into. Yeah, I was doing their card game. I was selling their game for years after I left Skylanders the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever get into any of the others or try them out?
I mean, I have a couple Disney Infinity figures and I have a couple Amiibo, but I haven't really played with them at all.
Yeah.
I never got into Dimensions or Starlink personally.
That's a good point. I do have all of the Lego Dimensions figures.
Nice.
Complete collection there.
And so yeah, nothing really stuck with me or seemed as interesting to me as Skylanders. And as a hardcore collector, it's hard enough to keep up with one collection. So if I wanted to start like getting into the collecting side of other things, that would just be a bit too much.
Yeah, okay, it's true. A chip can get corrupted, but like I said, you can fix that. So, I mean, it has corrupt data on it, but the chip itself still works because you can reset them.
Exactly. I mean,
I like that. I started playing Battlecast a few months before it shut down. I'm pretty sure it was like, I go back and look at my timeline sometimes. I think it was only up for like 9 months, it feels like. And maybe it was a little bit longer than that. But it wasn't a very long time.
I don't think it made it past a year.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I just started playing the day it came out and played every day. And so it felt like a long time. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was under a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thought of an open world Skylanders
Hey,
game.
your victory
Like,
defies
I love
scientific
open world
explanation,
games,
too. What's up with
but
that science? Okay,
like that just feels
I'm just
like.
gonna go to sleep now, and hopefully by the time I wake
I
up,
mean, I think that would
everything will
take it
make
away
sense.
from
Oh,
the
yeah,
kid-friendly
and here's the
game that
key.
it is right now.
Quick
Just
as a flash.
trying to make it. Well, actually, no. I take that back because you can do like the Lego video games are fairly open world, and some of them are more than others, but they have at least large overworlds, and so that I mean, you could probably get away with something like that for Skylanders, I suppose.
Yeah.
Lighting the way.
It always seemed like an interesting concept to me to have an open world Skylanders game. Because, I mean, it's not exactly open world, but the MAP, which is the hub world in Skylanders Imaginators, felt a little bit like that.
It did.
And,
It felt like they were headed in the right direction.
Yeah. But it's sort of always intrigued me. Just if you were gonna play Skylanders and you could just sort of go around Skylands and find familiar places like the Academy or Woodboro.
I don't know if that's ironic or just a total bummer. But what I
That was
do
a lot of
know
fun.
is
Yeah.
I'm about to send more evil minions your way.
I'll get back there eventually through my replays, but yeah, I mean, I just remember thinking Imaginators is a really good game.
Definitely.
Rise and shine.
Ring of Heroes, I tried it. I really did. I played every day for a month when it came out, and just determined it wasn't my style of game. And I kind of gave up on it after that. It's I don't know that it's changed that much since then. I think it's just that style of play was not for me.
Recently, actually, they rebooted Ring of Heroes, and it's sort of like a 2.0 kind of thing.
Really?
There's a lot of... I haven't tried it out yet, but from what I've heard, there's a lot of similar stuff to the first version of the game, but like they changed up a lot of things and revamped a lot of things, so I've been meaning to try it out, and yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'll have to go back and give it another shot, but I mean, I figured a month was good long while, and like they just had so many things in there. Like I just was literally turn the game on, say, hey, go fight this battle for me, and then let it do its thing on autopilot. And I thought that was kind of like, if I can just let the game play it for me, like what's the point? Exactly. And so I wasn't interested enough to try to actually do it myself. It's like, no, you've lost my attention. And so I given it a shot. I tried it at Skylanders. I want to like it, but yeah.
Whatever, like, and this goes like talking to anyone, whatever your stance is on Ring of Heroes, you gotta admit that it's a good thing that at least we are still getting some Skylanders content in some way.
That is very true.
And, it leaves a little bit of hope that there's a possibility that we could see the console games return. Just the fact that we do still have content coming out. And that's the thing as well. Like, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
What does Deja Vu's move actually do? What is that like secondary ghost thing? What am I supposed to be doing with that?
So that secondary ghost thing, I believe. So it's copies everything that you do, but it has a bit of a time delay, and you can switch back and forth between them.
Oh, you can switch between them?
Yes.
Interesting.
He shoots peace boys.
That could be fun. I mean, I suppose with the name like Deja Vu, that would make a lot of sense.
But besides Ring of Heroes, like, it's also just really cool to see how much is still going on as far as the Skylanders community goes.
Yeah.
Like I remember, after Imaginators release cycle finished up, I didn't really know where to go from there. And I had a friend who liked Skylanders at the time, but he grew out of it eventually, and I was like, oh, there's so many different things that I want to talk about, and I have no one to talk to about it as far as Skylanders goes. And then back in 2019, I discovered there was actually quite a few active Discord servers, and discovered that the community is actually still very much alive, and was just
migrated.
Yeah, just overjoyed to see that like it still exists, and there's still all these people that like Skylanders just as much as I do, want to talk about it in the same way that I do, and it's just incredible.
Yeah, I was thrilled to see that when I was looking into it again. Like, I mean, I figured there must be something going on because like my site was still getting a lot of traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, okay, someone still cares about Skylanders somewhere. But yeah, that's when I was introduced to the Discord servers, and it's like, oh, okay, this is where I need to be now.
Yeah. And not just that, but also like there's a lot of recent stuff, especially within like the past 6 months, just really interesting, cool things that like are still happening. For example, there was some time back a anniversary video that was posted on a few different channels, and it was a bunch of Portal Masters coming together. Everyone sort of recorded a little clip just as a thank you to Activision and Vicarious Visions and Toys for Bob and all the others. And it's basically just sort of like a community project that went up, and a lot of people from Activision and Toys for Bob and all that happened to see it, which is really cool.
That is cool.
And that was a few months back. Actually, I think it was like in October, maybe something around there, maybe November. Besides that, recently, I'm very active in the collecting side of community, and there's been some stuff that we've discovered recently that didn't even know before, and as well, I know there's people that are data mining some of the games and discovering different things through that, and it's all these different things like that that are still happening today. It's just so cool to see that there's still stuff that's happening, still stuff to learn about and discover and talk about.
And that's what communities are good for. That's what I love to see.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Everybody that's here in the stream, I'm assuming you are a part of these communities, and that's probably how you found out about the stream. Because that's where I've been hanging out nowadays, and I thank you all for showing up and for continually being a part of the community, even when I left, and even more so for welcoming me back into the community. Even though I kind of abandoned you guys for 4 years, I feel bad about that.
There wasn't too much to report on for those 4 years. But like,
still,
we're happy to have you back, though. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Martin, thank you. I appreciate the kind words about the site, and thank you for pointing other people towards the site. I think it's a great resource. That's why I built it, and that's where I send people as well.
Definitely. And also, just a little bit of a sneak peek, there's a project that I have coming up, a bit of a tool for the community, which I've mentioned to you, Matt, and so look out for that. There's I was in a call the other day on one of those Discord servers, and I mentioned it to a few people. So but coming up, we have new website coming. It's going to be a place where you can go. You can track your collection and see how your collection's monetary value changes over time for as a whole and for each individual thing. You'll be able to sort of like go on there and see how if you want to know, how much is Series 1 Shroom Boom out of box worth, and you can go on there and see, okay, so what it's going for right now, and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
So look out for that in the future. Hoping to have it up and running by the end of the year. It's still in the beginning stages, but so
yeah, I mean,
so
I'm looking forward to that.
Everyone.
That's something that, you know, I was never able to really take the time to do. So I'm glad you're able to jump on that.
Yeah.
So I know that's going to be a big project for you and whoever else is involved.
Definitely. And if you don't mind, I might ask for your help for a couple things if you're down.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll be able to help you out with where I can.
Appreciate it. Evangelist asks, what do you think about evolved villains in Trap Team?
I'm not against, you know, improving the villains and getting better powers and such, but my least favorite part is that they typically change their appearance permanently, and I think most of the evolved versions look worse than the standard versions. And so that's what bothered me the most.
I agree. I wish there was some way where you could, you know, after they were evolved, because obviously it comes with, I believe, like either a stat boost or a new ability. But there's just a way you could toggle the look or something like that.
Or just go into the menu like you can for any other Skylander, where you would normally, you know, put a hat on them. It's like, hey, change villain appearance.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, that's all it would take. And it's not like they have to add any extra data in there or something. It's already in there.
It's a very roundabout way of doing it, but there is a way to get the old colors back, but it basically just involves you resetting the figure as a whole.
But then is it evolved anymore?
Not that I know of, no.
Yeah.
If you, the same trick that a lot of people use for creation crystals, going back to an old game and resetting them that way.
Yeah.
I believe you can do the same thing for traps, and it just sort of wipes the trap so that there's not anyone trapped inside, and there isn't any evolved status for any of them.
Sure.
Let's make some noise.
It's a very, you know, roundabout way that not a lot of people have the hardware for.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems like it'd be such a simple thing to include. I gotta say, Pinata was one of my absolute favorite villains from Trap Team. Besides the Doom Raiders, I think Pinata was at the top of my list.
Yeah. I mean, I just remember playing through here, like Hoodsickle. I love Hoodsickle.
Gusts and glory!
And I did max out Gusto. Huh. There, you just sit right there. Yeah.
Oh, there is.
All right. Sorry, I
Hey,
killed
not
Fling Kong again. Yeah.
Put a magic trap in the portal to trap this villain.
What's there to decide? I'm filled with candy.
Yes. Thank you all so much for using the SCL website. I'm glad to see people still use it.
Put a magic trap in the portal to trap
I
this
still
villain.
direct people to it, and I use it all the time as well. It's
I mean, I've seen other Skylanders sites that used to be competition for me have shut down now even.
This right.
I remember some of those sites.
Yeah. Yes, I do have Collection Crossing as well.
Yes.
But that is just for tracking your collection. You don't have any pricing data on there at all.
But
But
as
you
well,
can track
there's
anything you want on there.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's not just Skylanders on there. So if you have any other collections, there's a couple others on there that you can track as well, which is pretty awesome.
And I actually have added a custom option now. You can create custom collections.
Okay.
So like you have to add your own pictures and everything, but you can create whatever collections you want on there.
That's really cool. That's a great idea, honestly. That's
all right. Where are we at here? Yeah, that's something I want to get to eventually too. Once I get a few more of these videos out, I'll walk people through some of the features on Collection Crossing, because I think a lot of people just don't even know it exists.
Definitely, yeah.
But yeah, that was a pet project of mine. It's something I tried to build back the first time back in like 2014, I think. Maybe it's 2015, but a long time ago. And it just
Of the water element is required to
I wasn't as knowledgeable back then, and I didn't have as much experience online with developers and such, and things did just not go the way I wanted them to. And the site did not get built for many years.
It's cool that it was in the works even back then. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Barrier breached.
I had the idea for it, and I started to try to build it, but just didn't quite happen.
Skylanders of the water element are stronger in this zone.
Waterfall Fall.
Okay, I'm actually kind of confused why Lobstar is not leveled up all the way. He's another guy I enjoyed.
Yeah, especially his ability where you can charge up and like is like the steam or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's like the red version of it. But yes, you can actually, you could make your own collection of Funko Pops on my site. It's not one of the default collections that I have up there, but you could use the custom collection version for it. Funko Pops are something I want to get up there eventually, but that's just such a massive undertaking. There are tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of different Funko items out there now. I mean,
exactly.
With Skylanders, you know, what are we up to? 600?
Like 600 on the dot.
I can do that. Like, I can add 600 items to a site.
Oh, yeah, I bet you're
But when you get into Funko Pops, man, that's a whole nother animal.
I have to tell you the whole story one day, but for now, let's focus on that dream catcher. She's just beyond this door. Ready to take her on? All right, let's light this candle. Relatively speaking.
That's rough. The Wii crashing, that sucks.
actually do remember. So I played. I had Trap Team for the Wii first before I got it on anything else, and I remember specifically this level had a problem with it crashing.
Really tiresome, so I think it's time I finally put an end to it.
Yeah, I never played any of these games on the Wii. I never had that problem.
I would definitely recommend any other console. It's
I may have said too much.
we just never seem to have very good ports.
Yeah, it's
standing on that solid ground, Skylanders.
Lower graphics, worse performance.
it was unfortunate because like that's the console where it sold the most.
Exactly.
Just because it was a family console, it was a game that was made for kids, or at least safe for kids.
Sweet. All right. Why is it that anytime I harness the power of someone's dreams, I also get sheep?
I know it.
I'm out of dream energy. Quick, somebody.
Yeah, this is the steamed version. Does more damage. It's always better.
No, huh? Well,
And like her fight like this when she just monologues, like you have plenty of time to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Dream tornado.
There you go.
See, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You play this game with leveled up trap masters, and it's not that hard.
Right.
When you're trying to play with level 1 core Skylanders, it gets a little bit more difficult.
One of the most annoying experience I have is trying to play as a level 1 mini in Imaginators in the battle arena. It's completely impossible.
Yeah, I can see that. All right. So you got that. Back from Taco Bell. That's what I like to hear. I could use some Taco Bell right now. Never had Taco Bell? Do you not have it where you live, or you just chosen never to go? I mean, if we're being honest, no, it's not like the most high quality food.
No,
it's very American.
Yeah. Taco Bell was my first job, and gotta say, I've eaten too much Taco Bell in my life. So, but
I can see that. Yeah.
But if you've never been to Taco Bell, I highly recommend going after the stream.
There you go.
So, nice job. As soon as stream ends, go get some Taco Bell.
Yes.
Or if you go during the stream, just leave the stream running.
There you go.
So we need those watch hours, folks. That's what I like to see. All these people here for hours upon hours upon hours. And I'm telling you, every time I run one of these stream days, we get another like 50 hours every day. So
exactly.
Let's keep
We've
it
been
up.
streaming for a bit over 2 hours.
Nice.
Well, that sounds like a job for the best pilot in all of Skylanders.
Hello, Flynn.
Flynn, your leg's all healed.
Healed and ready for adventure, Callie. Just say the word.
I haven't even been paying attention to the story anymore. I feel like I should because I don't remember how this story goes at all.
Flynn broke his leg in the beginning of the Chapter 5 Chef Zeppelin level.
Time to shine.
Because I know we went to Cali for a while, so for levels. I knew he was gone, I just didn't know why. Come on, experience. Aw.
Quick as a flash.
No speed.
No speed. No speed.
Dang.
Hey, oh, you got 22 though. I think that's enough for another upgrade.
Ooh, nice. Appreciate it, Akasha. Thank you. It's every little bit helps.
Ooh, I-beams do more damage and longer range. I like that.
I like the longer range.
Yeah, it definitely helps. So we're getting almost all the powers here, I think. Because I think we just have like the one power and then Soul Gem.
Do you have the Soul Gem unlocked already?
I'm guessing not, because I think it's usually purchasable ahead of time if you have it unlocked, right?
Right.
So yeah, I don't think I have it.
I believe it's in a light element gate. I can't remember which chapter.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm probably not going to have it because I started a new file for this. So I don't have everything unlocked.
You missed flying with me, didn't ya? Come on, admit it. Good. Now let's go save this magical, mystical mill place.
Mystical mill.
Boom! Now fasten your safety belt, Skylander. It's about to be an awesome ride. Flying through a storm like this sure is tough. For any pilot.
Spotlight Soul Gem is in chapter 1. Maybe I did miss it because I like early chapters. This run through, I was not collecting everything. I was not thinking. I didn't go into all the
I'll tell you what, Skylander.
Through all the gates.
Yeah.
Check this out.
So it's very possible.
Thank goodness.
That would make sense, yeah. That they had the light and dark soul gems behind the light and dark gates. Because they were all question marks before.
Because if you had it behind an earth gate, that wouldn't
that would have given away that would have been weird. Like just get a soul gem with a question mark on it.
Yeah. I mean, you could still see the Sunscraper Spire and Midnight Museum in the in-game collection menu.
Yeah.
But that's about as much as you could do without performing like the light and dark gate glitch or stuff like that.
I remember those days.
Although if you're keeping tabs on some rumors and leaks back before the game was released, you might have been able to put it together that we were getting these two new elements.
Sure. Come on. No, don't go over the edge. Really, there was a correct orientation on that box. Come on. Let's go. Ready?
Might be able to jump from there. There you go. Oh, okay.
Come on!
Jeez, how does that happen?
I mean, that's about as much of a glitch as I'm gonna get in this game.
The box just decided it didn't want to exist anymore and got launched into the sun.
Yep. Well, there goes that one. Come on, guys. There we go. Oh, man. Skylanders.
We owe you one.
No need, Grizzo. Danger is its own reward. Danger, and of course lots of enchiladas, which I'm assuming you have.
Yeah,
Might
crate
also be
physics
good
are
to
the
get some
worst.
help save Phil from those terrible doom rings.
Of course. Only problem is.
Yes, there was a single dark gate you could warp through.
That was in Know-It-All Island. I believe you could perform it with Night Shift or Hood Sickle. And you could perform it, I think, with Nightmare, but then there wouldn't be any point with that.
Skylander
Yes.
Boom style. Okay, Skylander, let's make those cannons wish they were never born. Not that cannons are necessarily born. It's just, well, you know what I mean.
What do you think about the Switch version of Imaginators? I mean, it's Imaginators on the Switch.
Yeah.
I mean, they do what they do. I mean, I have to try and think now if I did actually play it or not. Because like by the time it came out, I had already beaten it so many times.
Yeah.
Wowzers, that is one big, whatever that is. All right, shoot 'em.
Do you have it on Switch?
I don't even have a Switch, so no.
Okay. You would have no reason to, other than to collect all the versions.
Exactly. From what I've heard, it's a bit glitchier and less polished.
Really?
Yeah. There's apparently it has a lot of trouble reading swap force, like the swappable figures.
Huh. Well, I mean that would make sense.
Yeah,
that, I would understand that it have trouble with swappable because, I mean, yeah, it's not an actual portal of power.
So my favorite version of Imaginators is Wii U because still have access to the Nintendo characters.
Yes.
Yes, Imaginators was a launch title for Switch.
Yeah, if they were gonna do it, it made the most sense to do it then. It was a property people knew then.
Performed by me. And you. With me.
Thank you for leaving the stream running, Martin. It's appreciated. I mean, honestly, we might be done in the next half hour. It's possible. We'll see how these levels go. Probably play one or two more levels and however the time plays out. But I do have other things due tonight yet, so can't play all night, unfortunately.
Sounds good.
Plus, they're pretty handy.
I'm thinking about doing some, like, I don't know, it might have to be on some weekend or something. Doing some sort of like super stream where I'm actually here for a decent amount of time, like 8 hours or so.
Oh, wow.
Just to
that'd be cool.
Rack up some time, right?
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Stronger in this zone.
Good sir, what do you have for me? Oh, did I?
Be the foreman of this mill, but those
I think I paged them up a long time ago, but I don't remember if I kept them in
only thing that
traps.
can cut through this enchanted wood is one of those giant shred-knot machines. You don't happen to have a spare one just lying around somewhere, do you?
It's possible.
Let's see what we got.
Nope. How about this one?
Mob lobs.
Nope. It might be on my tech traps right now. So sorry, can't go there.
Skylanders of the Earth element are stronger in this zone.
All right, buddies, let's go.
This looks like a spot for my handy soldiers that come in handy. Just call them over here, and they'll build you something to get up to that key.
Thank you, Kitty, for keeping the stream going as well. Oh, that's right. You're way ahead of us in time. It's like the middle of the night over there.
Forgot about that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate you guys even more for even just staying up for the stream. Like, that's commitment right there.
Good thing I don't need a hammer or nails for this job.
10 SkyTubers and 10 different screens. Everybody playing a different game. Interesting. That would be quite the stream. And that'd be a lot of coordination.
So what do we do now?
I don't I don't know if I have that connection with that many SkyTubers right now. But I can talk to some folks and see. Like, I just feel that could get really cluttered really fast too. Like, would you actually want to watch a screen with 10 different games going on at once?
It'd be...
That'd just be like overload, I think.
Greetings, Skylander.
Maybe a few less than 10.
At least before this whole
3 or 4.
hostile takeover thing. Anyway, I'm coping with my present situation by playing a lot of Skystone's Smash. Fancy a game? Good choice.
No, I love
Now let's
Skystones.
forget all about those awfully Villikin.
I remember I was in chat in your last stream, and I mentioned I have a plan to make Skystones in real life.
Yes.
So
I want to know all about that.
So I have a friend who has a 3D printer, and it would mainly be going off of that. But if you remember how the original Skystones game would work, it would players take turns placing stones on the board. It's a 3x3.
Yep.
And if you place a stone next to another one that has, like, it has more spikes, then it'll take the other stone to your side. And so I was planning on. So the problem with it is if you're gonna be able to switch a stone to the other side and flip it around, then the spikes on the side would be reversed doing that. And so I figured, well, if I create a, I would print just a square, and then I would have magnets on the sides, and then I would have the spike pieces that could then attach, and you could create custom stones, and further you could create custom like board shapes and sizes as well.
So like the whole thing would be like modular,
basically.
Okay.
And, so you could have a 3x3 board with just normal stones that you could find in the game, or you could create your own custom one and play against someone else, and you have like a 5x5 board, or and then if you I know there's certain tiles on the board in some cases that will either break your stone, or it'll like make it so it has 4 spikes on all sides, so basically just a perfectly overpowered place. So to be able to like sort of combine all of that together, I feel like with the magnet spikes would be the easiest way to go about doing that.
That would be the way to go about it, probably.
And then I had a concept where say there's a 3x3 board, but there's a tile that's on the outside that's connected just to one edge, and every turn it moves a slot around the edge, and so you could place a stone there, and it moves around each turn and can be taken by the other player, or it can go around and take other players' stones.
Okay.
So different concepts like that, but basically as far as creating it itself is 3D printing and
Brilliant.
but putting the images on top.
Sure.
But, so that I'll try and do at some point.
Skylanders of the Earth element are stronger in this zone.
I'm glad you have all these ideas as well.
Yeah,
Together we can keep Skylanders alive and well.
definitely. I was talking with Skylanders Eon on a call the other day, and I came up with an idea that I think if Activision had decided to implement, would have sold really well. And
Yeah.
it wouldn't really work well for retail side of things, but if they created a place where you could order these things online, would work a lot better. Where it would be an Eon's Elite style collector box, but you could like customize it. You can have like whatever name printed at the bottom, and you could have it come in different colors, and you could order whatever custom one you wanted and put any figure in there.
Yeah.
You could like expand further, and you could order one that has a button on the back that turns on light core, so you could have the you'd point your remote at your collector box and turn on all your light cores or something.
Sure.
Like that. Just
That'd be
different
fun.
cool collector boxes to have.
Yeah. It looks like you got a few buyers in the chat already. I take my trap out.
Nightshade.
I'm on the case.
Oops. Wrong button. All right. What websites, King of Portals? What websites are you asking about?
Razzle dazzle.
Villains are stronger in this zone.
Yes, I feel much better about Spotlight today than I did in the last stream. I feel like we're actually making some progress.
Skylanders of the light element are stronger.
Doesn't die as easily.
Definitely. Got almost all the upgrades.
Yeah.
So. Oh, the Skystones thing wasn't a website. It was just a concept I had for trying to play Skystones in real life, and I said just that's sort of how I would do it.
Got it.
No, light core figures are not in-game variants.
I'm about to lay the wood down.
Like I could see how you could almost classify them as in-game variants, but yeah, they're not. They're separate figures. Doesn't die quite as quickly, but still dies. Like number 2 today's Flipwreck. He's still really low level and he dies quickly, so that's when we start digging the rest of the body. He's still level 1, man. That hurts.
Wow.
Oof. Food helps. Cool. Cool. Yep. All right, Shroom Boom. Show him what he can do.
He shoots. He spores.
So you can spore. Oh, life is stronger here. actually be able to... Oh, no, get out of there. Give you a shot. Jump too soon. All right, who wants fist bump?
Knock, knock. Too late.
Oh.
Shield Shredder defeated.
Welcome to the stream, Night Spirit. Glad you could make it.
A light trap in the portal to trap.
Yeah, the stream's running a little bit longer than our last stream, so
For about a second.
more people can come.
Who doesn't need a wooden
Yeah,
stick?
sorry, I keep killing Flipwreck, but like I said, he's still level 1. Got to work on that. He's not where I need him to be yet to stay alive. Needs more attacks too. Right now, I can just swing a sword and hover around. Doesn't do me a whole lot. That's why he dies. Is he's a melee character, so I have to get in too close.
Yeah.
I don't have the range.
Villains are stronger in this show.
Luckily, we got plenty of lives.
Yes.
To go through.
That we do.
Ready to rumble.
This bomber dude up here is annoying. So much experience.
Night Spirit asks, which path do you think is better for Lightning Rod and for Wildfire? Haven't personally played as either of them in quite some time, so I don't know if I could answer that question very well.
Exactly. That's my problem too. I have not played with either of them in a long time. What was that hiding back there? Fire zone. Should probably do something about that.
Master of the fire element is required.
Speaking of,
Yeah, speaking of Wildfire,
Bringing the heat.
Fire to open this gate.
well, here,
I'm awesome.
let's take a quick look and see what we think. All right, so top one, Burning Bash, combo, Searing Slam Attack. Are they all combos? If they're all combos, and then this one isn't. Chain of Fire can pull 5 enemies. Longer range does extra damage. It's probably a reason I don't play with Wildfire too much, honestly. This doesn't seem like my kind of thing.
I don't think there's very many situations that there's going to be 5 enemies just like that to
Exactly. Like, honestly, though, I'd probably go for the bottom one here just because I am not a fan of multi-button combos. Because I'm a button masher at heart. Like, that's why I love, like, you know, my Rattle Shake or something like that I just can just button mash his main attack there. So stuff like this does not impress me too much because I'm never going to remember, like, press square, then press and hold square, or no. So square, hold circle, or square, hold triangle. Like, I'm not going to remember that stuff. Or I'm going to think the attacks take too long. Whereas, like, even if I don't use these Chain of Fire, the Blazing Breath, giving it a longer range and doing extra damage, that's something I would use. So personally, if I were choosing, I go bottom path. Just looking over it, basics here. Yeah. Can now pull 4 enemies at once. Yeah. I mean, I don't want 4 enemies coming at me that fast. I guess the idea is you probably, like, bash them with the shield afterwards, but yeah, I'd rather just pull 1 enemy towards me and leave the others out there, and so I can fight the one-on-one. But here, you see, like he's only level 6 even. See how much I like him.
Yeah.
Skylanders
Talk
of
about
the
all my trap masks should be leveled up except for this one apparently. So we'll actually leave him on for a little while and play with him. Except he can't jump. Come on. Those are big jumps though.
Now it's these. You don't have long to stay on there.
Yeah, favorite team is Skylanders. We were talking before. I think I like the Trap Team ones, honestly. Like, there's just so many of them. There's so many good ones in there.
It's easy to say from a nostalgia perspective for Giants for me. But Trap Team has some really, really, really good ones, and there's a lot of really good ones.
Yeah. Okay, I've noticed he's been healing. Is that an ability he has, or is it because I'm in a fire zone, or why is he healing?
I think it's the fire zone,
villains are
but I could be mistaken.
Like, that kind of makes sense, but I don't remember fire guys doing that usually. Like, I remember, you know, if he was a life character, they heal all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Or Stealth Elf has that ability, but
Stealth Elf does, yeah.
favorite Skylanders Superchargers boss. That's gonna be one I'm gonna have to answer when I'm playing through Superchargers because I don't remember the bosses.
Good thing there are double the keys.
Do you have a favorite? Hey, Superchargers are your game, man. You can answer that question.
Well, I would say probably the darkness. But if we're specifically talking about like the boss fight, I'm not sure who I would say. But I love the darkness as a character. I love what they did with it, and it just has so much personality and really feels like a much bigger threat than Chaos, and like really feels like there's actual stakes when you don't really get the feeling of actual stakes in the other games.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, Chaos is a kid-friendly villain.
Yeah.
Like, he's there, but he's more almost comical than actually dastardly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I need one more key apparently.
Good thing I don't
What did I miss? Oh, I didn't go up to the top of this. That's what it. Okay. I got distracted by that fire area.
Fireflower! In the line of fire!
So, what do we do now? Anyone know how paper gets made? That always seems strange.
Skylanders of the air element are stronger.
Spell Slammer.
I remember Spell Slamzer.
Yeah. I remember the name. I don't really remember the villain or the fight that much.
Yeah, so in Battle Brawl Island, it was a level that takes place sort of in the middle of the game. And it's basically like a battle arena. And at the end, you fight Spell Slamzer, and when you win, he takes you to the Spellpunk library. And he's basically like a giant Spellpunk.
devouring fire.
Well, come on now. Walk straight. All right. This is those bridge puzzles I was talking about. Like, it's so spread out, you actually have to remember what you need and where to take it.
Yeah, the bridge puzzles were definitely some of my favorite puzzles within the levels.
I'll take it.
Okay, I can only carry one at a time. Shoot. Well, that's not going to work then. Alright, so you need to go back here. Then you come over here. And we'll grab you. Come on. So many bridges. Where are we going? Oh, well, that wasn't that bad. Still a fairly small one. Only 2 bridge types. Only need to actually transport this one bridge, and like,
yeah,
this one is still kind of straightforward, like a block puzzle, but
sure it gets more complicated as you keep playing through the game.
I know they do, at least unless I'm thinking of a different game. Hey, is that a flip wreck?
That is flip wreck, looks like. I know specifically Griffin Park Observatory, one of the adventure pack levels from Imaginators, had a lot of bridge puzzles.
Yeah. I remember liking Griffin Park Observatory. We'll get there eventually. Whoop.
Skylanders of the air element are stronger in this show.
Fuel the fire.
Don't worry about opening this door, Skylander. My troops can jimmy it open for you. All you gotta do is keep the Villikins at bay for a while. Jimmying takes time.
One more.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, I'm glad that, hey, you guys leave him alone. I'll take care of him. You just go do your thing. Yeah, so glad that they can't actually get hurt. Like, that would be a whole different game if you had to actually protect them.
Exactly.
You guys want to bust this one open?
Evolved Shredknot specifically.
Yeah, I did like that they actually gave him more purpose.
Definitely.
Like, I kind of wish they would have done more of that.
There are certain areas that were unlockable from villains.
Yep. Like, his makes total sense. Like, he's driving the thing that can destroy that. But
yeah, definitely.
all right, you have a lot of money. You should be able to upgrade something.
Yes, Jack. I do play Skylanders. It's been a little bit since I've played. I'm just starting to replay Superchargers, but yeah, I love the game so much. Even though figures is more my territory, I still love the games.
Yeah, we'll have to get you streaming playing sometime.
Yeah, that'd be. I don't know. Would anyone be interested in seeing that? Maybe a few people.
Oh man, yeah, I haven't bought much at all for him. Wait, did I take the top path? I must have already selected top path. Huh.
Oh, I guess
well, that doesn't seem like me, but okay. After all that analysis, apparently I selected the top path. So we're going to go about top path for now. See if I can remember to use some combos.
Fire
Good thing is in superchargers, you have the option to switch between paths.
Yeah,
Which
that was kind of a welcome upgrade. I'll give them that.
it used to only be exclusive to specifically reposes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But since there were no reposes in superchargers, it made sense.
This is more of the bridge puzzle that I was remembering. Got like 12 islands to go through and
back and forth a lot.
Yep. It's mostly just going to be back and forth, but once in a while they'll throw you for a loop.
Knight Rider asks, SCL Matt, I saw your other video where you showed off the big lot of Skylanders you got. What do you plan to do with them?
I plan to do a lot of things with those. Some of them are for rebuilding my collection that I sold off. Some of them are for giveaways that we're working our way towards.
A lion's share.
And some of them are for the storefront that I'll be opening up that I haven't really mentioned anywhere else. But
I was about to say, I don't think I've heard that before.
That's a big part of the like I've mentioned before that I'm working on the website and redoing some things, and one of the big things that I'll be adding is an actual storefront.
You heard it here first, folks.
You did hear it here first. So a little bonus for watching the stream, especially 3 hours in.
Definitely.
But yeah, that's something I have in the works. I want to try to make figures as accessible as possible, and it's something that I know I can help with. Because like I said, not everybody I know wants to build or buy in bulk, but a lot of people want to sell in bulk. So like I'm more than happy to buy those lots. I'll keep a few pieces for myself usually, but the rest of it will go for sale at what I hope are reasonable prices. Like the idea will be that I want everything to be, retailer less, but that's just not going to be possible 100%. Did I collect everything out there?
If you offer Robo for retail price, that won't stay very long.
Exactly, and like that's not going to help anyone. I mean, if we're lucky, it'll help one of you, sure, but more than likely it'll get snatched up by a scalper and just be sold for $200 anyway. So I mean, there'll be some pieces where, like, if they're going for $50 online, yeah, I'm not going to charge 10, but I will, keep it in line at least with that. And I mean, the other thing you'll see from time to time is that I will regularly have sales. I will regularly have discounts for returning customers. There will be discounts for my VIP members. So, like, if you're supporting me, I'm gonna make it worth your while, is basically what it comes down to. So, yeah, that will be coming. I'm hoping to have that done before the end of the month. Like, we're getting close, but it's a big project, and this is one I'm taking on by myself. I'm not hiring anybody to do it for me. So,
all right then. Pretty big news. Exciting.
I've been holding on to it for a while. I don't like to give everything away right away. I like some things to be a surprise, but in a total of 18 people right now. So 19 actually, including you. So
there you go.
Great job, everybody. Real fine work all around. We saved the mill from those Doom Raiders. Now they'll need some other enchanted wood to build more Ibillican soldiers. And there isn't any.
What does Soul Gem do? I'm assuming that was for Flipwreck, the last one they just picked up. Do you know what his Soul Gem does?
I don't remember off the top of my head. feel like I could look it up.
Very easily. So
Yeah,
me and this
either you could
guy
look it up or I can
went
jump
to
in.
the academy and
Well,
figure out that you're up
I
to
killed
this.
him, so I can't check him in this level.
You
But
were awesome, and of course, but we were awesome too.
All right, let's see here. All right, Soul Gem ability. It's called Sea Slammer. It says while riding the wheel shield, press attack 1, attack 1, attack 1 to slam down on the ground.
Okay, Chaos, what's next?
okay,
Well,
that
we could all
might
start
be useful.
by thanking me for the awesomely incredible job I've been doing helping you. Anyone?
Maybe later. Why don't you first
Okay,
tell us
yes.
more about
Looking for
this
too much credit.
titanium weapon the Doom Raiders are building?
Fine. Those idiots need something really, really stinky to make it work. And I happen to know for a fact the only thing in Skylands that smells that bad is the goo from the secret sewers of Supreme Stink.
Oh yes, the secret sewers of Supreme Stink.
Supreme Stink.
Gotta love them.
Wouldn't be much of a secret if you had. Meanwhile, I can tell you exactly how to
But yeah, so we're at our 3-hour mark right now, which has come in no time. It feels like.
Yeah. It's only been an hour, right?
Exactly. Like that's what it feels like. I don't think I'm gonna start another level, but I might. Last time we had talked about the chaos section over here.
Yes, Chaos's Doom challenge.
Yeah, maybe I can run through one section of that quick. I know that'll take a little while, but we also discussed it as being a nice way to level up characters.
Definitely.
So maybe that's something I can throw a spotlight back on here and see if we can not die.
Time to shine.
Assuming I have access to this. Yeah. Oh, only the... Wait, what?
I see. So you gotta progress through them all.
Is that what it is? What are the stars on top?
I think that might go towards your Portal Master rank.
Okay.
But don't quote me on that.
We'll find out. But yeah, we can jump through a few levels of these and see how it goes. Because, like I said, this is all about leveling up these Skylanders. So we'll get through the story eventually. But we've played a few levels today and
so ridiculously difficult that
see how this goes.
a whole army of Skylanders to beat.
Skeleton Showdown?
See how
Is that...
long you will survive? Now.
Yeah, that's another one of the mini games in
Extra,
Skylanders Trap
okay.
Team.
Yeah, I don't remember the names of all these things.
Each minion that reaches it will attempt to break the locks, which they will do easily.
Okay, yeah, the stars do count towards the rank.
Once the mystery box of doom is opened, a new awesome and doomy power will be unleashed. Ultimate victory will soon be mine. Well then, minions, attack!
Hey, do not attack the box.
Let the enemies reach the mystery box of doom.
Go, my minions! Attack the Skylanders!
They tried. I won.
Was that
That's
all of
free
wave
move right
one?
there. I mean, it's a tutorial, and
Yeah.
like I'm not a level 1 character, so.
Build defenses to help you against
But yeah, I
move a Skylander near a tower spot and activate it to create a tower.
So
Oh,
I
that's
remember
right.
specifically there were giant exclusive towers.
To repair a damaged tower, just move close to it to progressively regenerate it.
Man, I forgot how like extensive these actually were.
And
Yeah,
activate it.
definitely.
Yeah, these were well designed, and they did actually provide some challenge down the road. Obviously, like they call this the tutorial level, so like it's not going to be super difficult, and that tower is going to do all the work for me.
Exactly.
But they want to show you what towers can do. Fine.
But the good thing is that it offers a lot of post-game content.
Yes.
So once you've played through story mode, there's still a lot left to do. I think Superchargers did the best job of post-game content, but Trap Team also did a really good job, and I think I enjoy Trap Team's post-game content more.
Yeah, I think I like their modes better, and like, well, Swap Force maybe had more modes and more content. I almost feel it was too much.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather have just a few really good modes that I can replay, kind of like this Chaos Challenge. Like, I've always felt was good. I remember playing this a lot to level guys up and such.
Definitely. Remember specifically, I got Tree Rex, who is my favorite Skylander, to level 20 in one of these.
Nice.
It's a big moment for me.
You know, those towers are really
Like,
annoying.
I think I like Tree Rex's powers, but he's always been so slow. Like, he is the slowest of the slow from what I remember.
His Sequoia Stampede, his secondary ability, is a dash attack, which helps a lot.
Say, am I the only one enjoying the show?
Yeah, the combination of that beam and her eye beams and the other beam is just so good.
Definitely.
So in a level like this where they're basically just, there's only one path they can take. If you can hit them right when they come out.
Bottlenecks.
Yep. So good. So good. Maybe not the most exciting to watch, but it's good.
I'm having fun watching.
Now Chaos's treasures are yours. Once you're ready to proceed to the next challenge or to quit the game, go on to the exit portal.
All right. We can do one more of these, I think, since that went by pretty quick. And then I think I'm going to call it on the stream for today. But
sounds good.
Collect all my treasure first. I'm going to need that too. Powers get expensive.
In fact, actually, is this going to hit 4,000? Yeah, 4,000 is the most that a power is going to cost, unless it's a WoW power, which is 5,000.
That's an individual power, though, right?
Right.
So, I mean, I still have... maybe I'll have 2 powers left.
Yeah.
I think I have the last regular power and then the soul gem once I find it.
So that would be 7,000 gold in total that you'd need.
All right. I'm on board. Come on, experience.
Or a speed hat.
Or a speed hat, yes. I'll take a speed hat any day. Yeah, experience.
Is that a... I gotcha.
But I bet we can get that last power that I'm never going to use because I never use her rings.
Yeah.
Probably like, you can throw out more rings, or rings do more damage, but I don't use
them.
Magical upgrade?
Shoot 2 at once, okay.
Oh, right, you have the winged sapphires, which provide a discount.
Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, like you were saying, 4,000 is the most expensive it'll ever be, but whoever actually pays that much? All right, level 10, halfway there. Except it's not actually halfway because... yeah.
Because, what's the word? Exponentially?
Yeah.
Goes up?
Definitely does.
Taking it easy on you so far, Skylanders, but now prepare to meet the horrible doom that you so evilly deserve.
Yeah, I might end up having to take some of my level 1 guys in here, just so I can get them off of level 1 and they can actually fight in the levels.
Yeah, get them off the ground.
Like maybe I'll do that at the beginning of the next stream. Like, take some guys in here, get them to these have to be specific.
From the life element is required to activate this tower.
We'll set these up quick. That I bring my level 1 guys in here that I've been using a lot, get them to like level 5 or something like that, or even level 3, just to, like I said, get them off the ground.
Yeah.
Or you know what? Maybe since, I mean, Spotlight's doing all right, and she already gained a couple more levels. Maybe we can get like Flipwreck off the ground here.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, he's real close to level 2. Let's do this. At least get him to level 2. He might die after that, but we'll see. It's like I said, he doesn't have any other powers.
Right.
Like, I have jump, swing my sword, and hover.
Good things is that the enemies will not just be going for you, they'll be going for your towers and the mystery box of doom.
And actually, yeah, the towers shooting will allow me to just collect that little experience there.
Definitely. Oh, they're coming in the left side.
You take care of the little guys, I'll take care of the big guys. Deal? Deal.
The mystery box of doom is under attack. Hurry, Skylanders!
I think they took care of it.
Complete.
But I need my experience. Oh, you're gonna auto collect my experience? Why, thank you. I appreciate that.
How thoughtful.
That is very useful, actually. Knowing that I don't have to collect it in-game unless I want to level up in the mid-wave.
Yeah. I know one of the best ways to level up your characters back in the day was PvP. Remember, played a lot of Swap Force PvP, and good thing is that even if you were the one that lost the fight, you still got a pretty generous reward at the end.
Like I said, these games are family friendly, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wave start.
Ride the tide!
Oh.
Towers are under attack.
Here they are. I'm busy.
Power fully regenerated.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that didn't go quite as planned. Might have to end up going back to Spotlight, but we'll see what we can do.
It's the curse of this stream is that Flipwreck can't make it past anything.
Nope.
Hurry, Skylanders!
Chompy Rain. Oh boy.
Basically, just you can't stand still.
No.
What it comes down to. Hey, we got one level up.
There you go.
Wave complete.
All right, making progress. One more wave.
Towers
Call it a day.
All right.
Super close, super close. But yes, thank you everybody once again for joining us on the stream. Thank you for spending hours of your day with us or just leaving the stream running. Thank you, Pirate Dad, for joining me today. I've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, me too. It's been fun.
It's nice to have someone who can help watch chat for me live. You can respond to some questions, get a second opinion, help me remember things that I haven't touched in years. That's useful.
Yeah. And I've been in chat the past few streams, just trying to help out a little bit.
Yeah, appreciate that as well.
But yeah, it's honestly just been great being here. And appreciate you bringing me on board for one of these as a special guest.
Yeah. I know, like I said, we've chatted before off stream, and it was a good time. So you figure, why not bring it live? Let other people chat with you as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Towers are under attack.
Okay, as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit thumbs up, leave comments. If you want to support us financially, because we are not monetized yet, there is no like super chat or anything here on YouTube that we can utilize at the moment, but I do have the Buy Me a Coffee page, which you can find by going to is there actually another wave in this? Oh, there might be another wave. Okay.
Looks like it. Couple more seconds.
But you can support us by going to supportscl.com. You can there are options there for monetary support. One that's either one time, or you can make it a monthly recurring thing if you want. Which I believe Pirate Dad, you're still doing that, aren't you?
Doing the what's that? Sorry, I missed.
You're part of the monthly membership.
On Buy Me a Coffee, yes.
Yes. And so, like I said, those folks there get early access to my videos. They will be getting additional discounts when the storefront goes live on the site. So there will be more and more benefits over there eventually as I build up things. But yeah, there is a few things over there already, and some folks can join, and some extra posts that they get to see. They help decide which videos come out next. I know everybody always asks me, like, which figure focus are you doing next? And it's whatever one the VIPs vote on. So if you want to help be a part of that vote, be a part of that decision, know things ahead of time, come join us over there. How many waves were in this? This doesn't just keep going, does it?
No, there'll be an exit portal that spawns in at the end of this section. But I guess it went on longer than we thought.
Maybe it's 5 waves after the tutorial or something like that.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll find out. Either way, we got most of our credits out of the way now.
Yes.
Towers are under attack.
Come on. But yeah, True Loot is actually working out well because, like I said, have enough other distractions.
Definitely, yeah. Oh,
as I say that.
Right as you say that, of course.
Come on. Don't die on me. You're almost there.
Oof, there you go.
That can be it.
That looks like it's it.
There you go. Come on. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Huh. So it was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And this would be 9.
5 levels already.
Maybe it's going to 10.
I'm sure it told me on the screen at the beginning, but I wasn't paying attention.
Me either.
I just assumed it was like the next 3 waves. Knight Rider thinks it'll end at 10? Okay.
Alright.
Towers are under attack.
Yeah, Shroom will under attack. Alright. Spotlight, you get to finish this off. You're why we came in here.
Time to shine.
Who should make that show?
No ranged attacks. I warned you about this.
Keep in mind, if a Skylander gets low on health, you can swap to the villain to
that would be smart. That would be the smart thing to do. And I know I used to do that back in the day when I actually played this game regularly and knew what I was doing.
Remember, I would, if I was going for the no lives lost for the star of the levels, I would just quickly take one off of the portal whenever it got super low and switch it out.
Yeah. That's what I've always said. Like, just knock things off the portal and save your life.
Like, no, don't die.
Feels a little bit like cheating, but that's how the game works. Alright, almost there. Come on. Heal, tower, heal. I think my healing is faster than they can do damage to it.
I think so.
There we go.
Moment
Level
of truth right
complete.
here.
That sounds good.
There we go.
Give me all the things.
All right. Saw that correctly. Spotlight's now at level 18.
I will personally crush you in my
Was it?
next ultimate evil
I think so. Maybe I saw it wrong.
It seems high. Oh yeah, Persephone pops in here, so you can just like stay in the level and keep playing.
Yeah. That's level 10. Sorry, I did say that wrong.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah. Remember what she was at the beginning of the stream?
Part of me wants to say level 1, but I don't know if it's that low. It's probably like level 3 or something like that. Like I think we've leveled her up pretty well this stream.
All that glitters.
All right, so I'll double check here, but I don't think we can buy her last power, right?
Ready for another
That was still
magical
blacked out.
Yeah, I think we need the
Yep. Soul Gem.
Soul Gem still.
We have the money for it though.
Yes.
I'll take that. All right. Well, that's gonna wrap things up here. So I think there's not gonna be dialogue because that wasn't the end of a level.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, thank you everybody for joining us. We'll leave that present for next time. Be a surprise, reason to come back, check it out. But yeah, I have not ever done any kind of lock on Skylanders yet. That's part of the reason we are leveling up these figures, because I know a lot of people like to do those right now, and I figure I can give it a shot eventually. Figure something out, figure out something unique that hasn't been done yet. But with the way these characters are leveled right now, I'm like I said, I'm not doing a nuts lock on level 1 Skylanders or something like that. Especially not on like harder Nightmare or anything like that.
Level 1 Skylanders playing through. Just got one level 1 Spry playing through Nightmare mode.
No, thank you. I will be dead after like 2 levels. It'll be the shortest lock ever. But yeah. So yeah, eventually we'll get there. But Pirate Dad, thank you once again for joining me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. Definitely. It's been fun and all that good stuff. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody else out there for sticking with us. Thank you for rewatching this. If this is your first time or your second time or your 12th time, I don't care. We need the hours. So thank you very much. And I'll let you know when the next streams are coming out. I'll get a schedule out for next week soon. So this is all I currently have planned for this week, but who knows? Maybe there'll be a surprise.
Looking forward to it.
Sounds good. Talk to you later.